Is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post-8 Baseball is brought to you by Evermore Boutique, Wagner Auto, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Surface Master, and Rising Hope Counseling.
We'll take off for a second. Dean, outdoors right field. That one is going to get out for Bennett Dean. 5 runs driven in.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Todd's Electric, Pierre Sports Center, Air Tech, Gales Gas, Avera, Bank West, and B&B Equipment.
Zabel on the 3-0, outdoor center field. That's far, that's gone. A 3-run homer for Grace Zabel. And it's a 3-1 lead.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Overhead Door Company, Gateway Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Birding Electric, Olson Plumbing, and Agtegra.
There's a fly ball out to left field. Going back on it deep is Rue. He's going to turn and watch it sail over for a home run. And Andy Gordon, his first home run of the season, first home run of his career.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by All Around Graphics, First Dakota National Bank, Comtech, Shane's Pharmacy, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Midwest Cooperative, South Dakota Weed and Pest, Nystrom Electric, Dakota Sprinkler, and Lamb Motor.
The 2-1 pitch. Stout, outdoors right field. Did he get enough of it? Is it going to go? And walk off. Grand slam for Garrett Stout.
Post-8 Baseball is also brought to you by Kathy Sunshine Properties, Sioux Nation, Kruger Contracting, Home Care Services, and Fisher Rounds. And now, with the call of today's action, KCCR award-winning sports director, John Winkler.
And for the last time from Hyde Stadium this season, we welcome you into Post-8 Baseball as they will look to qualify for the state tournament. This today with one of 2 wins. They have to win one of the 2 games here today to advance to the state tournament. They can do it with the first one here with the Isaac Pollock on the mound trying to close out the series as they won last night 10-0 over Yankton with a walk-off 2-run single from Bennett Dean, who had 4 RBIs in the ball game, including a 2-run home run. Joe Winkler alongside Greg Dean on this right now Saturday morning. We welcome you in here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Greg, it is very simple. You just got to win one game here today out of the 2, and you're in the state tournament.
Yeah, pretty easy formula, and the 8s are set up pretty well. They've got, like you said last night, I mean, kind of a 3-headed monster at that number one pitching slot between Jack Van Camp, Lincoln Keenholz, and Isaac Pollock, and with the complete game one hitter from Van Camp last night, the 8s are able to set themselves up with both Isaac Pollock and, if need be, Lincoln Keenholz available to start games 2 and 3 in this region tournament.
As Post-8, again, they got 10 runs on 10 hits yesterday to win it 10-0 over the Yankton Post-12 team as they scored 6 runs in that second inning. Post-8 hit the ball really well yesterday, and they're looking to do the same, but they're going to go against now Yankton's number 1, Drew Reichen, who is throwing very well in the season. It's going to be important to open up with the bats swinging here in this first inning.
And the thing about, as you look at Drew Reichen's numbers, the thing that you notice about him that really stands out to me is not only did he lead this Yankton team in innings pitched, led the team in starts, 47 innings pitched over 7 starts, but only 10 walks in those 47 innings. So Drew Reichen is going to be right around the plate all day, and I think that's going to be a key for Pierre, is the fact that you just go up and be aggressive because you know you're not necessarily looking for a walk. You got to put a ball in play if you're going to generate some offense today.
And Post-8, because it is the region round, will be the visitors here in game number 1. If Yankton does win, we'll have a winner-take-all game 3. Post-8 will be the home team then. But here for game number 2, Yankton gets to be the home club, so they will bat last here this afternoon here in game 2 of the region round. Post State won game 1, 10-0. They're a win away from qualifying for the state tournament. There's a couple games already going on in the region, the best 2 out of 3. Both teams, all 7 top seeds won yesterday. We'll go through those final scores. We'll go through the matchups that are already taking place and the others that will start while when we begin with another 2 games. So we'll have 5 games going on when we start. We'll have all those updates as when we come back. We'll step aside for 3 minutes. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent with BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers a full range of in-home support services to our area. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. Home Care Services, 224-2273.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre knows what that sound is. It's baseball season. They also know that means it's grilling season. Sioux Nation has the Green Mountain Grill choices that you need for those hot dogs and burgers for tailgating. And let's be honest, you know there will be a steak in there too. Visit Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre and see their selection of grills. While you're there, also pick up some seasonings for your grilling needs. Visit Sioux Nation at 504 Deadwood Street, Fort Pierre.
As we welcome you back here to Hyde Stadium as our pregame show continues. First pitch coming up right around 12 o'clock. We'll have it for you here, right here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Yesterday, all top seeds won their game. It was a 10-0 win for Sioux Falls West, along with a 10-0 win for Pierre. In the other games, Renner won. They won 8-1 over Mitchell. Harrisburg, they beat Brookings 12-2 in their game one. Watertown got a win 4-2 over Rapid City Post 320. Sioux Falls East won 11-6 over Aberdeen to take game number one, and Rapid City Post 22, they walked off Renner on a fielder's choice 3-2 to win game number one. So all 7 top seeds are in front going into day number 2. As we look at our scores right now, 2 games are already in progress. The games right now, Sturgis and Sioux Falls West, that is tied 0-0 going to the top of the 5th inning, as again West is the road team in game number 2. The other matchup going on right now is Mitchell and Renner 1. That game is now tied going to the top of the 4th inning. A 1-1 tie between Mitchell and Renner. If Mitchell does win, they'll force a game 3 that will take place right after that. This first game gets over with. The same goes for Sturgis if they beat Sioux Falls West. So, Greg, as we look at this game, as lineups are being exchanged right now around home plate, Isaac Pollock going for Post State. he's going to be just like Isaac Pollock has been throughout the entire season, has been very, very good for Post State.
Yeah, he absolutely has, and like we said, he's been certainly one of the top three starters on this Post State team all season long. Leads the team in wins. He's 6-1 on the year, 6 starts, 7 appearances. Leads the team in innings with 40. Just been very solid. And the thing about Isaac Pollock, and he's sort of a little bit of a mirror image of Drew Reichen, his counterpart for Yankton today, because Isaac 40 innings pitched, only 17 walks on the year, and so he is also going to be right around the plate all day long, and it's going to be this is going to be a good matchup. This is certainly a game that could boil down to one key hit, one key at bat, maybe one mistake in the field. Just two very good starting pitchers going at each other today.
Yeah, Yankton had 3 errors yesterday. One big error was a 3-run 4-base error that made it a 6-0 ball game. Then the Eights would add 2 in the 5th and 2 in the 6th to win the ball game 10-0 and take game 1. And they're going to be looking for a game 2 win here this afternoon and advance to the state tournament. Post State has a little bit of breathing room. If they don't win this game, they can come back and win game number 3. Yankton doesn't have the luxury. They have to come back and win both games today. Otherwise, their season will come to an end. As we look at the starting lineups, again, Post State is the visitors here in this ball game. Even though we're at Hyde Stadium, they will be the home team in game 3 if necessary. Lincoln Keenels will lead things off. He's a shortstop. Jane Wiebe will bat second and play second base. McGuire Rasky, the right fielder, batting third. Andy Gore, the third baseman, will bat fourth. Kate Hinkle, the catcher, batting fifth. Bennett Dean, who had the home run and 4 RBIs yesterday, is batting sixth, playing first base. Spencer Lettler, the DH, batting seventh. Jack Merkwan, the left fielder, will bat eighth, and Elliot Life, the center fielder, will bat ninth. For Yankton, it was, of course, Isaac Pollock is on the mound for Post State. For Yankton, they're going the National League lineup. Cody Oswald, the center fielder, will lead things off. Drew Reichen is the pitcher, batting second. Joe Goki, the shortstop, will bat third. Rugby Reichen, the second baseman, batting the cleanup spot. Dylan Prouty, the right fielder, batting fifth. Carson Hack, the first baseman, batting sixth. Connor Tykrow, the third baseman, batting seventh. Jason McCorkle, the catcher, batting eighth. And Samuel Kampshoff, the left fielder, will bat ninth. Kampshoff is the lone guy that's in the lineup here for this ball game that wasn't in the lineup yesterday, as the Yates will be looking for Yankton will be looking for a win to try and tie the series up. When you look at Yankton, what they did yesterday, they had just one hit. Jack Van Camp allowed one hit. Granted, it was 2 hits that an appeal play threw the guy out at first base. He missed first base. That was Landon Lecker. So overall, Yankton with just one hit yesterday. They're going to be looking for their bats to try and come alive early in this contest.
Yeah, and when you look at, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday, the fact that this Yankton lineup collectively coming into yesterday's game hit 275 on the year, just 3 guys over 300 on the year for batting average, but it's a team that likes to generate runs, likes to play small ball. We saw that in the first inning. They got Cody Oswald on a 4-pitch walk to lead off the game and immediately bunted him to second base. And then they like to run a lot. And that's where Kate Hinkle behind the plate for Post State really does a nice job in terms of limiting the running game. And yesterday he didn't have a lot of running game to try to limit because Jack Van Camp just threw so well yesterday. Just the one hit, and I think it was 3 or 4 walks on the day, and so just really was never much of a threat after that first inning. I think Yankton had a pair of runners on the first inning and then just never had a threat going after that.
Post State, again, they're 23-17 on the season, 40 games in total. This is game number 41 of the year, as they're going to be looking for at least another 2 games guaranteed to go to the state tournament if they win this one and beat Yankton to win the series. We will step aside for 2 minutes, come back with a weather pregame show. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
This is the life. Sitting here, sipping lemonade, basking in the warm sun, and admiring the beauty and the solitude of my very own landscaped backyard. You know, I wasn't sure, but I was so glad when I made the call to Andy at Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping to finally have the work done. Calling Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping was probably one of the best and the easiest decisions I've ever made.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. That's 280-4440.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
It is time to control noxious weeds. Do you have a control plan in place? If not, contact your local weed and pest supervisor to help you set up a plan. Effort now will save you time and money in the future. This is Paul Johnson, South Dakota State University Extension Weed Science Coordinator, asking for your support to get this statewide noxious weed problem under control.
Back here at Hyde Stadium as we are getting set for first pitch between Pierre and Yankton. John Winkler alongside Greg Dean. We're just a couple minutes away from first pitch as they are introducing the reserves as well as the starting lineups for both teams before we get underway. Greg, as we look at this matchup, and again, you mentioned the both guys on the mound for both Pierre and Yankton, Isaac Pollock for Pierre and Drew Reichen for Yankton. These are two guys that may not overpower you, but they're going to be around the strike zone all the time. You have to protect the zone. You can't go up there looking for a walk by any means with these two guys, and they do strike out quite a few guys too because they've got some good off-speed stuff, but these are guys that are going to be around the strike zone, and the team that gets the most hits probably going to win this ball game, not because of walks. You know, sometimes you get out hit and you can still lose the ball or still win the ball game because of walks. That I don't think is going to be the case today. Yeah, I mean, if you look collectively between Reichen and Pollock, 87 innings pitched on the year, just 27 walks between the two of them, and so when you're, you know, when each pitcher is given up certainly way under half a walk an inning, you know, you just limit those base runners. And then the other thing, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, the fact that as they as you limit the walks, you limit the batters, you limit going deep into those counts, and you limit the pitch count. I mean, and that the game moves along faster, and that tends to make your defense play a little better behind you. And so if you limit those walks, things just kind of seem to flow a little better, just at all levels of the game. And as we are getting set for this game, too, Yankton's the home team in game one of the day, and potentially could be the only game if Pierre wins. But what does that do? You're playing at Hyde Stadium, but you're the visitors. Does that change anything and maybe the mindset of these kids a little bit? You know, I think it's you know, certainly a little different feel for I think for the guys. The bottom line, and we talked about this yesterday, the fact that they did get to play at home. They do have a good crowd. Had a good crowd here last night. They've got a good crowd here again today. You know, they got to sleep in their own beds last night. You know, they just kind of stayed on a routine. And I think that's an important thing for 16, 17, 18-year-old young men. I mean, just an opportunity to kind of stay on schedule. And so even though they are the visiting team, they will hit first. You know, it's a little bit of a quirk, but I don't think it's anything they certainly can't overcome. Post State 13-6 on the year at home so far. So as opposed to Yankton is 9-15 on the road. So on paper, again, certainly favors Post 8 today. The Eights are taking on Yankton. Yankton, the home team. Eights will hit first. Coming up in just a little bit. We'll step aside for 3 minutes, and we will come back with first pitch. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you make the decisions that are vital to your operation. From the seed, plant health, and marketing the grain, to fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted for generations.
Service Master of Pierre. It's no secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give Service Master a call at 224-9919. Service Master, the clean you expect, the service you deserve. Service Master, 224-9919.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Comtech in Pierre invites you to come out and check out their expansive showroom. It's filled with everything you need to thrive in today's technology-dependent world and a knowledgeable staff to guide you through. Comtech has TVs, computers, personal electronics to commercial electronics, anything to fit your technology needs. The experienced professionals at Comtech can guide you through any questions you may have. Whether you struggle with technology or live for it, Comtech can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Comtech will even install and service what they sell, so you don't have to worry once you get your products home. Comtech, located at 1601 North Lowell Avenue behind Walmart. Check them out online at comtechplus.com.
This summer, enjoy an ice-cold, fresh-squeezed lemonade and admire your well-earned farmer's tan before you hurl yourself across your neighbor's slip and slide and join First Dakota to bank some noise for summer sports. Roar at the crack of the bat, whistle for a clutch strikeout, and lose your mind over a walk-off home run. Let them hear you from the cheap seats. Bank some noise with us at First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakota.com. Member FDIC.
Do you need the Pierre Governor apparel for the big game? Or how about Stanley County apparel or post-state apparel? All-around graphics in Pierre is your place to go. Not only can you get your apparel, but they also do screen printing, jerseys, awards, and trophies. And did you know they can print and customize your signs? All-around graphics can do it all. Located at 819 North Euclid Avenue or call 224-4677. All-around graphics in Pierre, your one-stop shop. As we welcome you back here to Hyatt Stadium, you are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. It is Yankton that is taking the field. We are set for baseball here this afternoon as we go through the starting lineups once again. For Post State's, the visitors on the scoreboard. Lincoln Keenels will lead things off. He's the shortstop. Jaden Weeby bats second and plays second. McGuire Rasky, the right fielder, batting third. Andy Gordon, the cleanup hitter, playing third base. Cade Hinkle, the catcher, will bat fifth. It is Bennett Dean, the first baseman, batting sixth. He had 4 RBIs, including a 2-run home run yesterday. Spencer Lettler, the DH, batting seventh. It is Jack Merkwan, the left fielder, batting eighth. And Elliott Life, the center fielder, will bat ninth for Post State. Again, the other matchups that are starting here is Watertown, Rapid City Post 320. They are getting underway. And Rapid City Hardhats and Runner 2, they will be getting started at the same time that we are here this afternoon. Should be a good one. Good, a nice, beautiful Saturday afternoon. You can't ask for looking like better weather. I know we'll get the game time temperature here in a second, but for Post States and for Hyatt Stadium in the middle of July, can't ask for a better scene right now here at historic Hyatt Stadium.
Absolutely, and for as dry as this summer has been, kudos to the grounds crew from the city of Pierre. Playing surface looks to be in really good shape. Lots of green grass all the way around. Just a couple of spots where it is a little bit dry, but on a year when it's we're in the middle of a pretty significant drought, this playing surface looks to be in really good shape.
So Drew Reichen is on the mound. He'll deliver the first pitch here of game number 2 of the best-of-3 series. That one will bounce in for ball 1, and we are underway here at 12:03 this afternoon. John Wickler alongside Greg Dean. Lincoln Keenels went 2 for 3 yesterday with an RBI and a double. to his credit, as he'll line the 1-0 pitch out to center field. That one's going to get over the head of Oswald and down for extra bases to kick off the ball game. Keenholz around second. He's going to not stop. He's on his way for third. Overthrows the cutoff man, does Oswald out in center field. Standing on third with a stand-up triple to lead off the ball game is Lincoln Keenholz.
Yeah, and just a ball he hit to straightaway center field over the top of Oswald, rolls all the way to the base of the flagpole in straightaway center field, and Keenholz never stopped, even coming around second, and the relay throw from Oswald overthrows Goki. If they connect on that one, it's got a possibility of making a close play at third base.
As the first pitch to Jaden Wiebe is popped up foul on the right side and out of play, as Carson Hack gave it a long run but could not catch up to it, which also would have probably plated Keenholz from third base. He would have tagged and scored on that one with Hack going as far as he was running behind him, that Keenholz would have easily been able to tag up and score. But it is just strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch now from Reichen to Wiebe, and that one's on the outside edge, and it's now 0-2.
82 degrees here at first pitch. Wind out of the southeast at 9 miles an hour, so it's blowing gently in from straightaway center field.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one will bounce in. Good block there by McCorkle, just making sure that body stays in front of it to keep Keenholz at third base, and the count's now 1-2.
Veteran umpire crew again today, the same three that we had yesterday. Greg Warren working home plate. Brandon Sarda down the line at first. Burt Reddy down the line at third.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Wiebe will sky this out towards center field. Should be deep enough to get the run home. Oswald will come up with the catch. He's going to fire it home. The throw coming to the plate is right on line, but sliding in safely is Keenholz, as he had to slide, trying to go between the legs of the catcher McCorkle, who had to back up and stand on the plate to try and make the grab. But Keenholz comes in to score, and it will be an RBI sac fly from Jaden Wiebe. And Post 8, 2 batters in, takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, and a medium deep fly ball to straightaway center field, and Oswald's got a good arm out there, and nothing to lose with nobody else on base, just rears back and lets it fly, and hits McCorkle on the fly, but just a little bit up the line and a little bit high, and just allowed Keenholz to get in underneath him, and had, like you said, just went right between his legs.
As McGuire Rasky will shoot that one out to center field, and the catch is made by Oswald, and there's now 2 down. All 3 hits, batted balls I should say, have gone all the way down to our center field for Cody Oswald, as there's now 2 down here in the top of the first. 1-0 lead here for Post State. Andy Gordon now will come to the plate. Here's the first pitch to the cleanup hitter, Gordon, with nobody on. That one will miss outside for ball 1. Wouldn't be a Hyde Stadium game without the train rolling through. He couldn't go a full weekend without a train rolling through during the game. And that horn's still blaring from the train that's making its way through town. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Gordon. That was lined into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. All 4 guys have been right on the ball, and the center fielder, Oswald, a little mishandling the ball as it comes to him. But Gordon is on at first with a 2-out single. All 4 batted balls have gone to center field to open up this ball game. Coming away from Drew Reichen, Lincoln Keenholz with the triple. Wiebe with a sac fly out from Rasky, and now a single here for Andy Gordon, as they'll bring up now Cade Hinkle. The runner on first and 2 down here in the top of the first inning. Hinkle went 1 for 1 yesterday. A couple of walks in there, as well as the first pitch misses upstairs for ball 1. It is Samuel Kamshoff out in left, Cody Oswald in center, Dylan Prouty in right, Connor Tycro at third, Joe Goki at short, Rugby Reichen at second, Carson Hack at first, and Jace McCorkle behind the plate. As Hinkle will watch the 1-1 pitch to catch the outside corner, and it's now 1-1. If you didn't know Cody Oswald was playing center field, you weren't paying attention for the first half of this inning, or all of this inning so far. That was the one name you should have known. Him and Drew Reichen, you should have known where they were playing at. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is outside, and it's now 2-1.
This is an interesting battle at this at bat, because you've got Drew Reichen on the mound from Yankton, who rarely walks anybody, and then you've got Cade Hinkle at the plate, who really grinds at bats and really does a nice job, good knowledge of the strike zone. So,
runner takes off for a second. The throw is going to be wide of second. The count's now 3-1, and Gordon's safe at second, Warely without a tag, without a play at the base, and a stolen base for Gordon, and it's a 3-1 count with 2 outs. And Andy Gordon is in scoring position. We'll see if maybe this would be walk 11 on the season from Drew Reichen. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That one will hit Hinkle, so it's not necessarily a walk, but it is the 4th time The sixth time that Drew Reichen has hit a man. And Hinkle is on at first, and it's now first and second with 2:08 for Bennett Dean.
Number 13, the first baseman.
Yeah, and again, eights after the leadoff triple and the sac fly from Jaden Wiebe have now put together a nice two out rally right here. They got a little threat going here in the bottom of the first.
Bennett Dean will pop up the first pitch on the right side. It will get out of play. It will. It hits off the top of the first base dugout, and it is 0-1. Dean 2 for 3 yesterday. He led off his first at-bat. He didn't lead off the inning, but he came up second in that inning. Hit a 2-run shot. They got the scoring started and got the eights off and running because they end up winning 10-0 thanks to Bennett Dean also getting a 2-run single in the bottom of the sixth to win it 10-0 for Post State. 4 runs driven in yesterday for the graduated senior from Post State. The 0-1 pitch. That one's grounded foul on the first base side, so it's now 0-2 here to Dean.
And Yankton pulled out the scouting report after last night. Dylan Prouty is playing about 3 steps in front of the warning track in right field, and Kamshoff is pulled way around in left field. So they're definitely playing him deep into pull.
0-2 pitch outside for ball 1. Good take there from Dean. Runners at first and second here with 2 down in the top of the first. A 1-0 lead here for Post State. Leadoff triple and a sac fly in the first 2 at-bats. Got Post State that early 1-0 lead. Now trying to extend it to a crooked number. The 1-2 pitch is upstairs, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces are wild here in the top of the first inning. 2 on, 2 out. The 2-2 pitch upcoming here from Drew Reichen to Bennett Dean. A lot of open space on the left side in the outfield. The 2-2 pitch. Dean will pull it again and pull it foul. So we'll have another 2-2 pitch upcoming.
Had a little bit of a break in the action as that ball bounces off of the retaining wall just beyond the Post State dugout and bounds into right field. Prouty goes over, retrieves it, throws it back into first base coach Nathan Nas, and so after a quick break in the action, we're back to play.
So now here's the 2-2 pitch again from Drew Reichen. That one's high and outside, and the count's now full at 3-2. So everybody will get a head start. Gordon at second, Hinkle at first. A base hit would definitely score Gordon, and somewhere in the gap could score Hinkle with the head start. Already also got good speed anyway to Hinkle. Reichen will come set from the stretch. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Dean will watch it for ball 4 and just the 11th walk of the season. Back-to-back free passes, hit by a pitch and a walk from Reichen. Very uncharacteristic from Drew Reichen, but now the bases are loaded for Spencer Lettler.
Yeah, nice at bat from Dean, able to work back from 0-2 and fought off a couple of pitches and able to grind the at bat, work to walk, and puts it on the bat of Spencer Lettler to hopefully deliver a couple of runs here.
First pitch is at the letters for strike 1. Lettler yesterday went 1 for 2. Nearly everybody in the lineup, Rasky and Merkwan, were the only 2 guys that didn't get a base hit for Post State. Same 9 guys in this batting order. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Lettler. That one's at the knees, so it's now 0-2. Went from the letters to the knees. And Lettler's probably thinking maybe he'll put one right down the middle for me. Doubt it, but here's the 0-2 pitch now from Drew Reichen from the windup to Spencer Lettler. He'll deliver the 0-2 pitch. And Lettler couldn't pull the trigger, and will take it. Actually, they will call it on the swing. He did pull the trigger, so a strikeout of Lettler. That retires the side. 1 run scores in the inning on just 1 hit. There were no errors and 3 men left on base. Give me 2 hits in the inning. We head to the bottom of the first. Post State with a 1-0 lead over Yankton. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Agtegra in Highmore. We pride ourselves on providing our customers with reliable markets, superior services, and quality products. From corn and soybeans to spring and winter wheat, you can trust Agtegra in Highmore with all your grain handling needs. It's all about helping you achieve the best harvest possible. Call Agtegra of Highmore today at 605-846-1379. That's 605-846-1379.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heatolator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heatolator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heatolator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
As we welcome you back here to Hyde Stadium, bottom of the first, as Post State has a 1-0 lead. As we go through the Yankton batting order, it will be Cody Oswald to lead things off, be followed by Drew Reichen, the pitcher. Joe Goki, the shortstop, will bat third. Rugby Reichen, the second baseman, batting cleanup. Dylan Prouty, the right fielder, will bat fifth. Carson Hack, the first baseman, batting sixth. Connor Tykro, the third baseman, batting seventh. Jason McCorkle, the catcher, will bat eighth. And Samuel Kampshoff, the left fielder, will bat ninth, as they go against Isaac Pollock on the mound, who is 6-1, has won all 6 of his starts. He has given up 14 runs. 9 of those 14 runs have been earned. 17 walks, 37 strikeouts, an ERA of 1.57 and a WHIP of 1.17. Greg, as we look at Isaac Pollock's number, but just in total, because we assume that Lincoln Keenels will be the starter for Game 3 if necessary. Your 3 starters have an ERA of under 2 and a WHIP of under 1.5. You got 3 really, really good starters.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and they're all kind of a different look. I mean, each 3 is unique in their own characteristics. With Van Camp, the lefty, he, like we said yesterday, kind of comes from that 2/3 arm slot. Kind of a slinger, if you will. Pollock, the tall, rangy right-hander, and he comes at you with a lot of elbows and knees.
There's a ground ball to first pitch from Oswald, fielded by the shortstop Keenels as he comes in front of the bag. 1 pitch and 1 out here to open up the bottom of the first inning, as it will now bring up Drew Reichen, the pitcher. And that's what I mentioned too here. You're hearing me say bottom of the first and Yankton's batting. We're here at Hyde Stadium. That is true. I'm not messing up. I know I mess up quite a bit, but I am not. That is actually right. It is the bottom of the first inning. Yankton is the home team here in Game 2. Post State would be the home team in Game 3 if necessary, as the first pitch is missed for ball 1 to Drew Reichen.
And to finish the thought about Pollock, I mean, what he does is he's a lot like Reichen. I mean, everything is right around the zone. Everything he throws moves. He's got pretty good. He's kind of got deceptive velocity. I mean, and he actually throws a lot harder than maybe what you think he does when you step in there. But throws several different pitches at you, and you just can never get comfortable with him because everything is changing speeds and everything's moving.
Counts 2-1 here to Drew Reichen, who went 0 for 2 yesterday. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one's grounded foul down the third base line, and we'll do it again, and it's now 2-2. Yankton had just 1 hit yesterday. Cody Oswald's the only guy that has a hit in the lineup. And, of course, he grounded out to open up this ball game in the bottom of the first inning. So the count's 2-2 here from Isaac Pollock to the pitcher, Drew Reichen, as Pollock from the windup will deliver the 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Foul, and it will nearly get out of play, lands at the base of the concrete, and it's still 2-2 as Hinkle just couldn't quite get to it in time. It had a little bit more height to it. Hinkle might have been able to slide his way over there, but it's going to be a tough play nonetheless, and it will be still at 2-2.
One of the other things that after being at a number of other parks, one of the things that is just really nice here at Hyde Stadium is the netting that protects the fans with no support system other than the cables. I mean, there's no obstructions that obscure or obstruct any kind of view for the fans, regardless of where you're sitting, and that's really a nice feature to the renovation of this Hyde Stadium project a couple of years ago.
3-2 pitch. That one is fouled back. And we'll do it again here at 3-2. So a full count to Drew Reichen, pitcher against pitcher. Here in the bottom of the first, 1 down, nobody on base. As Post State leads at 1-0 over Yankton here in this bottom of the first inning. Pollock from the windup. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Grounded foul again down the third base line. So a good battle between these two pitchers. Pollock not in the batting order, and they'll have to wait for the ball to get back, taken from in play in fair territory. So a little bit of a delay. Again, that's the only bad thing. And it's not really a bad thing either. It happens quite often. But the fence it can give you a good bounce every once in a while if it goes in the corner. But we see a lot of times that ball ends up skipping back into fair territory. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one's upstairs, and it will be a one-out walk, and Drew Reichen is on. Be the first walk issued to the ball game from Isaac Pollock, and it will now bring up the shortstop Joe Goki, the number 3 hitter for Yankton.
Reichen has a little speed, 7 stolen bases on the year. Yankton has 4 guys in the lineup with double-digit steals on the year, led by the guy currently at the plate, Joe Goki.
Runner takes off, swing and a miss. It was a hit and run. The throw to second, a tag from Keenels applied to get him out at second. What a tag from Lincoln Keenels. He slid down to make the catch, and he slid across to get the tag applied from the catcher, Cade Hinkle's throw. And in one pitch, there's a swing and a miss from Goki, and the man is retired and thrown out trying to take second base.
Yeah, it wasn't really a hit and run. It was more of a swing to try to protect the runner. And when Reichen slid because the throw was on the first base side of second, he kind of slid kind of early and kind of tried to go to the outfield side. That kind of slowed him down just enough that Keenels was able to tag him as he was going by.
As it counts now 2-1, the next 2 have missed upstairs to Joe Goki, who comes in hitting .278 on the season. 18 runs driven in, 32 hits, which is third on the team. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That one's at the letters, and the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, as Pollock will try and get an unconventional 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the first. A good throw from Cade Hinkle, and the tag applied from Keenels to get the runner Reichen out at second. Here's a 2-2. Taken for strike 3, and Pollock will pick up his first strikeout of the ball game. It goes as a 1-2-3 inning for Isaac Pollock. We head to the top of the second. 1-0 lead for Pierre over Yankton. Listen to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
Are you driving a 2014 or newer vehicle? Are there less than 100,000 miles on it? Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is prepared to give you top dollar. Again, if your ride is 2014 or newer with less than 100,000 miles, Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota will give you top dollar for it right now. Trade it in or sell it to us. Doesn't matter. Your vehicle has never been worth more than it is right now. Stop in at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit gatewayflt.com.
As we welcome you back here, top of the second inning, it is a 1-0 lead for Pierre over Yankton. John Wickler alongside Greg Dean, as it will be 8-9-1. Jack Merkwan, Elliott Life, and Lincoln Keenels will be the first 3 hitters. After 7 men came to the plate, Post State did end up leaving the bases loaded in that top of the first inning, but they did score a run to give them this early lead. Let's see if Jack Merkwan can open up the top of the second just like they open up the top of the first. As Merkwan will step to the plate, coming in hitting .264 on the season, coming in this weekend hitting .264, went 0 for 3 yesterday. Looking for that first hit here in the playoffs. As the first pitch, he'll try and bunt his way on, and it will bunt it foul. And it'll be 0-1.
Couple of quick score updates from the other region games going on around the state. In the top of the 6th, Renner Royals lead Mitchell 4-1. In the top of the 2nd, Rapid City Post 320 leads Watertown 1-0. And in the bottom of the 6th, Sioux Falls West leads Sturgis 2-1.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Merkwan. That will bounce in, and the count's even at a ball and a strike.
One last score, Rapid City Post 22 Hard Hats and Renner Post 307 are tied at 0 in the top of the 2nd.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. That will bounce in, and it's now 2-1. At Post 22 with a walk-off fielder's choice to win game number 1 of that region round last night. Not it's not very Rapid City Post 22-like to be in the 6 seed 1 to go into this tournament, as Merkwan will line that one out to left field. That's going to get over the head. That one's going to one-hop off the wall. Merkwan will stop at second. He's got a lead-off double. The throw came a little bit wide of the cutoff man. But Merquan will stand at second base. He's got an extra base hit, and Post State back in business to open up the top of the second.
And again, a leadoff extra base hit to start the second, very similar to Keenholz's leadoff triple in the top of the first, but this time a line drive to straightaway left field. And when that thing left the bat, I thought maybe it had a shot to possibly get out of here, but lands right at the base of the wall, right by the Big Tom's Diner sign, and Merquan with an easy stand-up double.
Here's Elliott Life as the first pitch will miss outside for ball one. Life went 1 for 2 with an RBI, also had a double yesterday in that 10-0 win for Post State. That's Merquan's first hits of the region round, his third extra base hit of the season, second double for Jack Merquan. Here's the 1-0 from Drew Reichen to Elliott Life. He'll spoil that pitch, foul it back, and the count is even at a ball and a strike.
Thought maybe this might be an opportunity to try to move Merquan over to third with the number 9 hitter Life at the plate at the top of the lineup coming up behind him, but no indication so far that he's squaring to bunt, although Carson Hack, the first baseman, is about 3 steps in on the grass.
So now here's the 1-1 pitch. That one will miss upstairs, and it's now 2-1. 297 hitter for Elliott Life here in the regular season. He had 2 triples, was tied for that team high in the 2 triples. 8 runs driven in for the Post State center fielder, who's been locked in that center field spot for the majority of the season, as he'll pop that one straight up. It's on the infield. The pitcher and Drew Reichen will call for it. He'll make the catch, and there's one down here at the top of the second.
Yeah, just a pop fly that Life got underneath and about Len and Reichen just able to come over right to the first base foul line, about halfway up, made the catch, and so Yankton able to retire the first out of the inning, able to retire Life for out number 1, and maybe got themselves in a little better position to maybe get out of here unscathed. But here comes the top of the lineup with Lincoln Keenholz.
First pitch to Keenholz is a swing and a miss. It is 0-1. He led off the game with a triple. Came home to score on the sac fly RBI from Jaden Wiebe. Only run scored so far in this ball game. Leadoff double from Merquan here in the top of the second. He's still standing at second base right now. The 1-0 count, an 0-1 count, and 1 down. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball down the third base line. That's through for a base hit. That's going to score Merquan. Down the line it goes, as Keenholz will have himself another extra base hit as he'll slide in safely to second. An RBI double for Lincoln Keenholz, and Post State has a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, just a hard ground ball right down the third base line, and Connor Tykrow didn't have much of a chance to even go after that ball. He was playing about half a dozen steps off the line, and Merquan with good speed never broke stride going around third. Brian White coaching third base, sending him home without a doubt, and the Eights now up 2-0 here in the top of the second.
Here's the first pitch to Jaden Wiebe. That's at the letters for strike 1. Had a sac fly RBI in his first plate appearance. First 4 guys in the order all hit the ball to center field. A triple over the head of Oswald out in center field, then a sac fly to the center fielder Oswald, fly out from Rasky to Oswald, and then a base hit in front of Oswald for Andy Gordon. First pitch is upstairs, or the 0-1 pitch is upstairs, and it's 1-1. Wiebe was 2 for 4 yesterday for Post State. Came in hitting .311 after having a strong day on Wednesday. He was hitting .300 going in, and now he finished the regular season hitting .311. Here's the 1-1. He'll pop that one foul, and it'll get out of play and lay it on top of the press box. And the count's now 1-2.
Lands off to our right. No chance for John Winkler to get his lifelong dream of catching a foul ball in the press box.
Well, one day, hey, it is a dream.
It will happen.
Because it's going to take a lot to make it happen. Here's the 1-2 pitch. They'll come in and hit Wiebe. And it's going to now be first and second with 1 down. As the second time that a man's been hit from Post State to now bring up McGuire Rasky. with the runners at first and second and one down.
And after Reichen only hit 5 batters throughout the regular season, 5 batters in 47 innings, he's hit 2 now in the first 2 innings here at Hyde Stadium in this region game 2.
So here's McGuire Rasky, who is still looking for his first hit in the region tournament, the region round, as that's popped up, or upstairs for ball 1.
You're trying to work that foul ball back to this press box, aren't you?
No, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Can't keep my mind straight. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Drew Reichen to Rasky. That one has popped up on the left side. It is in foul territory, and the third baseman Tycro will make the catch, and there's now 2 down to bring up Andy Gordon. I was just looking ahead in the future. That's all it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you believe that, I got some real estate I want to sell you too.
Got a bridge from Brooklyn that maybe you can sell a deed to.
Yeah, absolutely. Be a lot of money. Andy Gordon swinging a miss on the first pitch. He singled straight at third base back in the top of the first inning. Runners at first and second, 2 down here in the top of the second. 2-0 lead here for Post State. Drew Reichen will come set from the stretch. Here's the 0-1 to the Post State third baseman, and Gordon will rip it foul. Back behind home plate, and the count's now 0-2.
Yeah, you really would like to see Gordon get a base hit here. It's some kind of a 2-out base hit, or at least extend this inning somehow. You really don't want to see the Eights leave the bases loaded in the first and then leave another 2 on base here in the second.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one will miss outside. A diving catch from McCorkle. I think how he was positioned, he ended up having to make that diving catch and falling down to make sure it didn't get to the backstop. So still is first and second here with the 2 away. Here's the 1-2 pitch upcoming from Drew Reichen to Andy Gordon. That one will miss upstairs, and the count's now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So again, the deuces are wild here in the top of the second. 2 on and 2 out. A 2-2 pitch upcoming here in the top of the second with a 2-0 Post State lead. 2s are all over the place.
And Gordon with good knowledge of the strike zone. We'll see if he protects right here or maybe tries to work the count full.
2-2 pitch, and Gordon will skide out towards center field. Underneath it is Cam Schaaf. He'll make the catch and retire the side here in the top of the second. Another run scores in the inning for Post State. 2 hits in the inning, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We have the bottom of the second, 2-0 lead here for Pierre over Yankton. Listen to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Overhead Door Company of Pierre is a locally owned business specializing in the sale, service, and installation of residential and commercial garage doors. They provide quality, dependable products with constant service and the peace of mind you need. Overhead Door is one of the most recognized and most respected brand in the garage door industry. For installation and repairs, call Overhead Door Company today at 224-6200. That's 224-6200.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
As we welcome you back here to Hyde State and bottom of the second. 2-0 lead for Post State over Yankton, 4, 5, and 6. Rugby Reichen, Dylan Prouty, and Carson Hackby, the first 3 hitters for Yankton as they are trailing 2-0, have not led in this region round at all. They tied 0-0 going to the bottom of the second yesterday, and after that it's been all Post State. They've outscored now Yankton 12-0 in a game and an inning and a half here in game number 2 with a 2-0 lead. Rugby Reichen, Dylan Prouty, Carson Hack all went 0 for in the game yesterday. Everybody went 0 for except for Cody Oswald. Is currently in the lineup here for Yankton in this ball game. Actually, anybody else that would have been in the lineup yesterday also went 0 for. Here's the first pitch from Isaac Pollock. Miss upstairs for ball 1. To the number 4 hitter, Rugby Reichen. second baseman for Yankton. As the 1-0 pitch will be on the outside edge, and it's now 1-1 for Rugby Riken. Try and find his stats here real quick. 268 batting average coming into to finish out the season. 32 runs scored, as it's now 2-1. Led the team in runs scored. On base percentage of .432. And this, we talked about it too. This Yankton team is still a young team. As a 2-1 pitch is skied foul and out of play. We'll do it now here at 2-2. But this is still a young team where I think almost everybody on this team, maybe one or two will not be returning. Everybody else will be coming back for this Yankton club going into next year, which is a rarity. 2-2 pitch, that's grounded foul. You think back to Post 8 a couple years ago where they had everybody return, add a couple pieces, but had everybody return from 2019 to 2020. But it doesn't happen very often that you get the majority, if not everybody, to come back for a 2022.
Yeah, Riken, the only Yankton player to appear in all 41 games so far for Post 12. So you can see that the coaching staff has a lot of confidence in Riken, and so that's important. And like you said, he just been a fixture in the middle of the lineup for Yankton all year long, having played in all 40 games. He leads the team in plate appearances, second on the team in at bats, second on the team in doubles. He's got a triple to go with that. Leads the team in runs scored. Leads the team in walks.
And he will draw a walk here on a 3-2 pitch. And the leadoff man is on base. Second walk issued from Pollock in the ball game. And he'll bring up now Dylan Prouty. Went 0 for 3 yesterday. He's out in right field in this ball game. Yesterday he was the Yankton first baseman. He'll be out in right field as they go through it with the National League lineup with a pitcher hitting. Drew Riken's in the batting order. So Prouty moves out to right field. Hack goes from the DH spot to first base. First pitch is at the letters for strike one. As we watch here, we're in the bottom of the second of this ball game, but it looks like that the top of the zone is going to be a favorable one from this home plate umpire for this ball game. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Pollock to Prouty. That one's outside, and it's now 1-1. Now, you don't like to live up in the zone very often. I think a lot of coaches say you want to live down the zone, but it looks like maybe that high strike's going to be there for both pitchers.
Yeah, I think the strike zone's expanded a little bit today from what it was yesterday.
1-1 pitch. That one's lined into right field. That's down for a base hit. First hit of the ball game for Yankton. And it's first and second with nobody out to open up the bottom of the second. And Post 12 has something cooking right now as Carson Hack, the first baseman, has a chance to maybe draw them, cut that lead in half, draw them closer. A base hit could make it 2-1.
Hack leads the team when he's got 2 of their 3 home runs on the year, as well as leads the team in doubles with 10 and has a triple. So probably the best power hitter on this Yankton team. And if you're Yankton, I mean, that's who you'd like to see up in this kind of situation. Possibly have an opportunity to drive in the first run of this region tournament.
1-0 count to Hack. Here's the 1-0 pitch. He'll foul that one back to the netting, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. You look at the bottom of the order, and actually you look from 2 through 9, and you get a big bunch of zeros from game 1 next to those dashes. 0 for 2 and 0 for 3. Prouty was the only one that went 0 for 3. Everybody else went 0 for 2. A little bit of almost looked like a steal starting from the runner at second, Rugby Riken, but he didn't retreat back to second. The pitch was up high, so the count's 2-1 now here to Hack. I believe did we go? I don't know if we went around the horn defensively. Merquan's out left, Elliott Life in center, and McGuire Rasky's in right as the count's now 3-1. Andy Gordon at third, Lincoln Keno's at short, Jaden Wiebe at second, Bennett Dean at first, Kate Hinkle behind the plate. And the count is now 3-1. Good hitters count here for Carson Hack with runners at first and second. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That one's over for a strike, and the count is full now here at 3-2.
Hack's a guy who likes to hit the ball. 25 strikeouts, just 5 walks on the year. So he goes up there with a mindset of just he wants to put something in play.
Here's a 3-2 pitch. He'll pop that one foul, and it will get out of play on the right side. We'll do it again here with another payoff pitch upcoming. Runners at first and second here with nobody out. Ground ball would be big. Ground ball somewhere up the middle, whether it's to Wiebe or to Keenels. Would be good to start maybe a double play and get a twin killing. With runners at first and second and nobody out. Pollock comes set for the stretch. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Here's a line shot out towards right center field. That's going to get down, and it's going to be extra bases, and it could tie the ball game up. All the way out goes one, hops off the wall. It will tie the ball game up. The throw coming in. Carson Hack has himself a stand-up 2 RBI double. Yankton gets their first runs of the region round, and they have tied the ball game here 2-2 in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, like we said, 3-2. Hack looking for something in the zone, and he got a pitch to his liking and just drove it out to right center field all the way to the Governor's Inn sign just to the right of the 378 mark out in right center, and with that, good speed on the base paths for Yankton, and they've knotted this game up at 2 here in the bottom of the second.
So it's now Connor Tykrow, the third baseman, that will come to the plate with the go-ahead run now in scoring position for Yankton. Nobody out. First pitch to Tykrow. Upstairs for ball 1. So first runs of this region round here for Yankton, and it's a big 2-run double out in the right center field gap for Carson Hack. Here's a 1-0 pitch to Tykrow. He'll swing and miss at a pitch up in the zone, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Again, if Yankton wins this ball game, we'll have game 3, the winner take all, to go to the state tournament coming up 30 minutes after this one concludes. If Post State wins this ball game, they will clinch that spot into the state tournament and won't have the necessary game 3 to be played. The count's 2-1 as that one missed low and outside, blocked up by Hinkle. So 2 hits already in the inning. That's 1 more than what they got yesterday, did Yankton. Here's a 2-1 here from Pollock to Tykrow. Swing and a miss, and it's now 2-2.
And Tykrow does not get cheated on his swing. He comes all the way through, almost like he's standing on a tee box and with a driver. I mean that bat head comes all the way through, all the way to his backside.
Here's a 2-2 pitch. Line shot. Wiebe will make the catch. He'll step on the bag at second. It'll be a double play. That's a big twin killing right there to take off that go-ahead run off the bag. And there's now 2 down here in the inning.
Yeah, and that's just something Carson Hack just he knew as soon as he looked back. He was off with the pitch, actually off on contact, and he was halfway to third base when Jaden Wiebe caught that ball, and just no opportunity to even try to get back. And he just calmly walks off the field, and the eights have a pair of outs here in the bottom of the second.
First pitch was over for a strike for Jace McCorkle. 0-1 pitch is a swing and a miss, and it's now 0-2. McCorkle went 0 for 2 yesterday. This is still his first at-bat, number 8 hitter in the order here for Yankton Post 12. 0-2 pitch, and just fighting it off was McCorkle as well behind it as he got fooled on the pitch but kept his hands back to foul it away and to stay alive down 0-2 in the count.
And Post State wearing the green tops, gray pants, green and black hats today, with the black bills. For Yankton, they are in the all whites, white tops, white pants, red lettering across the front saying Post 12, red numbers on the back, and McCorkle with those white pants playing catcher. He looks a little bit like Pigpen from Peanuts. I mean, he's got them all dirtied up.
He's done a good job here battling with down 2 strikes in the count. He's found the last 2 pitches away after fouling the first one away. He's been fooled on a couple times, but keeping the hands back and fouling away and spoiling it. So a couple of good 2-0 pitches from Pollock as that one missed outside, and the count's now 1-2. This is a good at-bat here for McCorkle. Even if he ends up getting put out, strikeout, whatever it is, he's doing a really good at-bat as the count's now 2-2. 3 straight foul balls and 0-2 pitches that were in the zone or around the zone that he spoiled away. And for Post State, you don't like to see that either because Pollock has thrown a couple more pitches instead of getting McCorkle out. There's a ground ball to the right side. Dean will field. He's got an underhand flip it to Pollock, who's covering at first to retire the side here in the bottom of the second inning. 2-run score, though, in the inning for Yankton on 2 hits. There were no errors and no one left on base. We head to the top of the third. Post States and Yankton tied at 2. You listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
As we head to the top of the third inning, a 2-2 score between Pierre and Yankton. John Wickler alongside Greg Dean as we are here in game number 2 of the region round. The winner will go to the state tournament. The winner of this game, if it's Post State, will be in the state tournament. If it's Yankton, we'll have to play game 3 in a winner-take-all game after this one is over with. So somewhere be right around 2:30, be a half an hour after this first game is over. As it will be 5, 6, and 7. Kate Hinkle, Bennett Dean, and Spencer Lettler to lead things off here in the top of the third. As the Eights will be looking to try and reclaim the lead. They scored a run in the first and in the second, with a 2 RBI double from Carson Hack. It tied the ball game up in that bottom of the second. As we play here, again, top of the third. Yes, we're at Hyde Stadium. Pierre is playing, but they are the road team here in game number 2 of the region round. They will be the home team in game 3 if necessary. As Kate Hinkle will step to the plate, and the first pitch to him will miss low for ball 1.
Got a couple of other quick score updates out in Rapid City. Rapid City Post 22 leads Renner. Post 307 1-0 in the top of the fourth. In the bottom of the seventh, the Renner Royals have a 4-1 lead over Mitchell. Again, that game in the bottom of the seventh, if Renner's able to close that one out, they will be the second official entrant into the state tournament.
Here's the 1-1 pitch to Hinkle. That one will skip in and get to the backstop, and the count's 2-1. Hinkle was hit by a pitch in his first trip to the plate, was left stranded at second, and the bases were left loaded in that first inning. Post State has stranded 5 runners so far. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hinkle will ground that one foul, and it's now 2-2. Roll all the way out to the corner and near the right field bullpen. Stays in foul territory.
And we've got a final in from Sioux Falls. Sturgis has defeated Sioux Falls West 4-3. They got 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning to defeat Sioux Falls West.
Kate Hinkle will swing and miss at the 2-strike pitch, and there's now 1 down. The second strikeout of the ball game for Drew Reichen, and it will bring up Bennett Dean. So a win for Sioux Falls West, for Sturgis, means that West and Sturgis will play one more game to figure out who will be that region team. And West is a 3 seed, so 14 over a 3 in game number 2, leading to our first winner-take-all game. We may not have too many winner-take-all games, but we have one in the first game that went final today. So we'll keep an eye on that one. That one will start while we're still having this game go on, as the first pitch to Bennett Dean misses for ball 1. He has not got an official at-bat yet. Drew a walk. Back in the top of the first inning, here's the 1-0 pitch. Trying to bunt his way on, and he misses the attempt, and the count's now even at a ball and strike.
Yeah, tried to maybe catch Connor Tykrow at third base, playing back a little bit and off the line, and not a bad move to maybe do something a little different than what Yankton wasn't looking for.
And Dean will pop up the 1-1 pitch on the right side, foul territory, and the first baseman Prouty will take a couple of steps back, backtracking to make the catch. And there's now 2 down here in the top of the third to bring up Spencer Lettler, as now Drew Reichen is an out away trying to get his first 1-2-3 inning, as there is going to be some action in the right field bullpen.
It's like McGuire Rasky starting to warm up down there. We'll see what this means. I assume it's precautionary at this point.
The first pitch, a swing and a miss from Spencer Lettler. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. And at that top of the first, Again, 5 guys have been stranded so far for Post State in the 2 innings, as his counts now quickly 0-2 as that one hit the outside corner to make it 0-2.
Yep, Sturgis got a walk-off single off the bat of Dustin Allen to score David Anderson in the bottom of the 7th and put Sturgis over top of Sioux Falls West 4-3.
Spencer Lettler hit by a pitch, and that will extend the inning for now. Jack Merkwan with 2 away here in the top of the 3rd. Merkwan doubled and came around to score in his first at-bat. Coach White yelling out the number code for what might be in play for the offense here with 2 down, runner on first base. Here's the first pitch to Merkwan. That comes well upstairs, and it's 1-0.
And Drew Reichen's pitch count starting to work up a little bit. We're only here with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd, and he's pushing close to 60 pitches already. And remember, top limit is 105. So at this pace, you're only looking at maybe getting 5 innings out of him.
That's a ground ball fair down the third base line. Spencer Lettler around second. He's on his way to third. He'll stop at third base. Merkwan will take second. He's got 2 doubles in this game, second and third, with now 2 away to bring up Elliott Life. That almost went off the third base bag and went into left field for another double for Merkwan. He's 2 for 2, and Elliott Life's got a chance to reclaim the lead now for Post State.
And again, eights are threatening here with 2 outs. They've done that both in the first and the second innings. Just see if they can get a 2-out hit and get some production here.
First pitch to Elliott Life misses upstairs for ball 1. He's number 9 man in the order, so that means Lincoln Keenel's top of the order is on deck. And this, for Drew Reichen, becomes a very important at-bat, trying to get out of this inning to keep this ball game tied. Here's the 1-0 from Reichen to Life. That one is outside, and the count's now 2-0.
Yeah, and Life among the team leaders has 2 triples. Is tied for the team lead in triples.
They're talking about somebody out in the towards the right field side.
I think they're saying that you can't have a second backstop behind the catcher to protect the ball from if there's an overthrow down in the right field bullpen from coming back into play.
There's the 2-0 pitch. There's a ground ball to the right side. The second baseman in Rugby Reichen will make the play. The throw to first to retire Elliott Life to end the inning here in the top of the 3rd. So no run score in the inning, 1 hit, no errors, and another 2 men left on base. That's 7 now stranded by Post State in 3 innings. We head to the bottom of the 3rd, tie ball game between Pierre and Yankton. Listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
As we welcome you back here in Hyatt Stadium as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, it is a 2-2 tie between Pierre and Yankton. John Wickler alongside Greg Dean as nearly the halfway point here of game number 2 of our region round, as Yankton will have 9-1-2. Samuel Kampshoff, Cody Oswald, and Drew Reichen. Hard to believe that they have not gotten through the order yet. This is number 9 man in the order. We go back to the top of the order while Post State will be leading off in the top of the 4th. They'll be hitting for the 3rd time. We're still in the last batter the first time through the order here for this Yankton club. As the first pitch is on the outside edge for strike 1. We saw McGuire Rasky warming up in the bullpen out in right field. maybe they go with Rasky, depending on how things go with Pollock here in the third and into the fourth inning. Pitch count wise, that might be what they end up doing. If Pollock's pitch count, he can't finish the ball game, as the 1-1 pitch will miss low and is now 2-1. Saw Rasky throw on Wednesday and looked very, very good.
As a dragonfly comes into the press box and then flies away, thankfully.
I was going to say, looked like we were bobbing and weaving over here and trying to get him to not fly right into me, as the count's now 2-2.
You looked a little bit like Muhammad Ali there for a second, the way you were moving over there.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a dragonfly. I guess maybe float like a dragonfly, sting like a bee.
Yep.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one's upstairs. It's now 3-2. I don't think I've moved that fast in 5 years.
I was impressed. You got good moves over there.
Make a UFC debut and just avoid. I'll be like Floyd Mayweather. Just avoid everybody. Avoid all the punches. As there's a 3-2 pitch that's missed for ball 4 and a leadoff walk for Kampshoff. And I'll bring up Cody Oswald at the top of the order. And we will have Coach Brian White make his way out and have a conversation with Isaac Pollock. Might have a pitching change. Looks like McGuire Rasky's starting to make his way to the mound. So that might be the end of the line for Isaac Pollock here today. So we will have a pitching change. We will step aside and tell you the changes in a minute. You're listening to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When something just isn't right, it's natural to talk about it.
If you had a toothache, you'd tell someone. If you found out you had diabetes, you'd learn to take care of it.
But when you're feeling stressed, sad, or worried, you're less likely to tell someone.
Why do we treat physical and mental health so differently?
There is no difference. We all need someone to talk to, and there's nothing shameful about wanting to be healthy for you.
When you just need someone to talk to, contact Rising Hope Counseling at 494-1500 or risinghope605.com.
Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
Rising Hope Counseling, because if you have hope,
you have everything.
Hey, it's Julia from Milwaukee Federal Credit Union, letting you know that our recreational special is back again, with terms up to 10 years, no payments for 90 days, and rates as low as 2.4% APR. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let Jameson or I get you started.
People helping people. Hawaii Federal Credit Union.
As we welcome you back here in the bottom of the third inning, runner on first with nobody out, and McGuire Rasky will be the next man to pitch here for Pole State. Spencer Lettler will make his way out into right field to take over in the defensive positioning for Rasky. So nothing changed in the batting order, as Lettler was the DH. He is now as the right fielder, and the DH is gone for the rest of the ball game, as McGuire Rasky will come on to pitch here for Pole State. He's thrown 2 innings so far, an inning of relief in both of his appearances. 1 run, it was unearned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, an ERA of 0, and a whip of 1 so far here for McGuire Rasky. As he'll dig in against Cody Oswald. Here's the first pitch. Comes high and inside to Oswald and misses for ball 1.
Oswald a little surprised by the velocity on that pitch, and just came high and tight and just able to get out of the way just at the last second.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's on the outside edge, and it's now 1-1. Rasky's made 2 appearances. This is his third of the season, third since way back in June of 2020, the beginning of the year where Rasky ended up getting hurt, did not pitch the rest of the season. He's thrown just 3 innings of post-state baseball, or this is going in to be his 3rd inning of post-state baseball. Threw a couple of times for the high school team, but has not really been used on the mound, I think, as you probably would have liked to have, especially the last couple of years when seeing Rasky throw, as it accounts now 3-1. Prior to that injury, I mean, he was a guy that you're penciling in, and every time his time would come up to throw, he'd be on the mound. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Oswald, and it's now 3-2.
Got a final in from Renner. The Renner Royals have defeated Mitchell 4-1, so Renner has now advanced to the state tournament. Second official team in the state tournament.
There's a line shot to right center field. Elliot Life will leap to make the catch out in right center field, and there's one down. Retreating back to first base is Kamshoff, and there's a big first out for Rasky in his outing here in the playoffs.
Yeah, and Oswald just turned around a fastball from Rasky and ripped it into right center. But Life with good wheels, able to get over and had to jump at the last because Oswald put a real charge into that one, and luckily Life able to track that one down for the first out of the third.
Showing bunt, dropping down a bunt. Here's Gordon to field on the third base side. The throw to first on Wiebe covering. He's able to go across the bag to make the catch and pull his arm back before Drew Reichen got to it. They advance the runner to second. Sacrifice is complete, but there's now 2 down to bring up Joe Goki, trying to set up the number 3 hitter to try and drive in the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the third inning.
Interesting strategy to throw the sacrifice bunt on with 1 out, try to get the runner over to second base, and Kamshoff to set up Joe Goki here, the number 3 hitter in the Yankton lineup. Goki comes into the weekend hitting .278 on the year, but he does lead the team with 29 RBIs.
First pitch was missed upstairs for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 now from Rasky to Goki. That one's at the knees, and it's now 1-1. And kind of tells you, too, here for Yankton that they're thinking that one more run can win this ball game. 2-2 score right now. Advancing a runner with number 2 hitter on a sacrifice bunt, trying to drive him in. 1-1 pitch is high and outside, and it's now 2-1.
And the other thing that Rasky does is he's just a far different look from what Pollock was. I mean, Pollock with the right-hander, big tall right-hander, and kind of throws everything moves. And with Rasky's very much of a power pitcher. I had him clocked on the gun up in Aberdeen in his outing on Wednesday as high as 84.
Counts 3-1 now here to Joe Goki. As Rasky will come set from the stretch, here is the 3-1 pitch. And it will be on the inside corner, and it's now 3-2. And now a strike away for Rasky to try and get out of this inning and finish this out without allowing a run. That man on second, that's still Pollock's responsibility. Here's the 3-2 pitch upstairs, and it will be a 2-out walk. And it's now first and second. First walk issued of the game for McGuire Rasky to now bring up the cleanup hitter in Rugby Reichen, who in his only plate appearance drew a walk and came around to score on the 2 RBI double from Carson Hack. So first and second here with 2 away in the bottom of the third. Big spot here for both Post 8 and Yankton. 2-2 is their score. Here's the first pitch to Rugby Reichen, upstairs for ball 1.
And kind of what we saw the other night up in Aberdeen, kind of the same thing today, just good velocity from Rasky, but when he's been missing, he's tended to been missing high, and that's just just got to drop that release point just a shade.
1-0 pitch. That one is on the inside edge. It's now 1-1. Boy, all 3 of these last strikes that Rasky has thrown, 2 to Goki and 1 here to Rugby Reichen. These guys have been backing away and trying to shift out of the way so they don't get hit, but it ends up catching the strike zone. 1-1 pitch. That one's fouled back. And the count's now 1-2. And again, Rasky a strike away from trying to get out of this inning without a run crossing the plate.
And right now just need to keep this a 2-2 ball game here in the bottom of the third, and 1 strike away from getting out of this mini jam that the 8s are in.
1-2 pitch is outside, and the count is now at 2-2. The deuces are wild here in the bottom of the third. Again, 2 on and 2 out. A 2-2 pitch upcoming here in a 2-2 ball game. Here in game number 2, Post 8 leads the series 1-0. From the stretch, here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul tip in the middle. Finkel makes the catch, and that retires the side on the first strikeout for McGuire Rasky. No run score, no hits in the inning, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the 4th. It is a 2-2 score between Pierre and Yankton. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Pierre Sports Center is your local Ranger Boat and Mercury Outboard dealer. They're a must-see for your Ranger boat needs. See their selection of Mercury outboard motors for more power. Pierre Sports Center can help you with financing and other boating needs. Need service for your boat or trailer to keep you going? Pierre Sports Center is your one-stop shop. Pierre Sports Center, Ranger Boats, and Mercury Outboard. A combination that can't be beat. Pierre Sports Center, 1440 North Garfield Avenue in Pierre. Or give them a call, 224-5546. When you want the best prices and best selection, go to Wagner Auto in Pierre. The certified sales staff at Wagner Auto will provide you service after the sale and how to get easy financing. Check out their website, WagnerAuto.com, or stop in. They have the best prices and won't be undersold. Wagner Auto has the region's largest selection with over 280 new and quality pre-owned vehicles. GM certified pre-owned vehicles give you peace of mind with their 12-month or 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty and 5-year or 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Log on to WagnerAuto.com or stop by Wagner Auto in Pierre, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer since 1907.
Top of the fourth inning, 2-2 is our score between Pierre and Yankton. You're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. John McClure alongside Greg Dean as for Post State here in the top of the fourth inning. It will be the top of the order. Lincoln Keenels, Jaden Wiebe, and McGuire Rasky. Rasky now the pitcher, and he is in the batting order. Spencer Lettler is out in right field, so there is no more DH the rest of the way for Post State. There's no DH to begin the game for Yankton. And Lincoln Keenels, who is 2 for 2 with a triple and a double, will step to the plate to lead things off here in this top of the fourth inning. Halfway to the cycle, and he's got one of the two hardest ones to get done. Be nice for a leadoff home run right here. I'm not calling it, but would be nice to see a leadoff bomb give Post State the lead. Here's the first pitch to Keenels. It's a curveball, a very slow curveball that is going to hit the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. Keenels 4 hits now, 4 for 5 in this region round against Yankton. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. It's now 1-1. With this young team, Keenels is going to be a junior here in the fall. He knows his team fairly well. Merquan's another guy that knows his team very well because they've been battling quite a long time. The 14U state championship or the state tournament had a good battle between these two teams a couple of years ago with Keenels and Merquan both on it. Counts 2-1.
Jaden Wiebe probably on that team as well.
Jaden Wiebe. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. It's now 3-1.
Couple quick score updates. Middle of the fifth inning, Rapid City Post 22, Reeds Renner Post 307, 3-0. And at the end of 5, Watertown leads Rapid City Post 320, 2-1. If those two scores stay, Rapid City Post 22 and Watertown would advance to the state tournament.
Keenels with a line shot to left field. That's going to land in front of the left fielder, Cam Schaff, and he is now 3 for 3, and he's got 3 legs of the cycle completed. This is probably, unless things change and the score gets widened out and it's not a tie ball game, then you maybe say for Keenels, go swing for the fences to try and hit go for the cycle. But if it's a 2-2 ball game still, or even a 1-run ball game at some point, probably want him to kind of stay within himself and not try and swing for the fences. But he is 3 for 3 with a triple, double, and a single. As Wiebe will go down the strike zone to line it into right field for a base hit. Keenels around second. He's in his way to third. He was off of the pitch. He had to slow up just a little bit to make sure he dropped down in front of Prouty. It did, and Keenels didn't break stride, rounding second. He's now at third base. And Post State is cooking here in the top of the fourth. Runners at first and third with nobody out. And now the pitcher, McGuire Rasky, can help himself out and give his team the lead with a base hit. Even a fly ball would get the job done.
Yeah, just a textbook hit and run. Just a line drive off the bat of Jaden Wiebe into right field behind the Lincoln Keenholes, who was off with the pitch, and now the Eights have runners on the corners and nobody out.
First pitch is grounded over to the first base dugout. Rasky was well out in front of it. It actually went a couple feet in front of Gordon, who's standing on deck right now. You don't see that very often where the on-deck hitter, when on the right side of the left-handed batter, is in much danger, but that was cutting close to Gordon over there at the on-deck circle. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's upstairs, and the count's even at a ball and a strike. Rasky's 0 for 2 so far. Be a great time for him to get his first hit here of the region round. Flew out to center field, also popped out to the third baseman in his 2 trips to the plate. He's got first and third and nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Post State trying to reclaim the lead. 1-1 pitch. Rasky will ground it over. That's off the glove of the first baseman and hack into right field. Wiebe will round second. He's on his way to third. He'll get in safely. Rasky will take second on the throw. And it's now a 3-2 ball game, and Post State's will take advantage of the air. They still have runners at second and third with nobody out.
And probably a misadvised throw over to third base from Dylan Proud. He probably should have just gone into second and tried to keep Rasky at first base, but the throw goes to third base to Tykro, actually pulled him to the outfield side of the base, and with that, Wiebe was able to get in safely and allowed Rasky to get all the way to second.
First pitch to Andy Gordon's outside for ball one. That's the first error committed by Yankton here in the ball game. It's charged to Carson Hack over at first base. Well, it could have been maybe a double play and a trading 2 outs for 1 run. Turns into second and third here with nobody out, and the Eights with a 3-2 lead. And the count's now 2-0 here to Gordon. He's 1 for 2. Singled back in the first inning. Flew out to the left fielder, Kamshoff, in the top of the second. From the windup, Reichel will deliver the 2-0 pitch. There's a ground ball left side. That's going to get through for a base hit. That's going to drive in 2 runs. Rasky around third. Throw is going to be cut off by the third baseman, Tykro, and it's a now 5-2 lead as Andy Gordon drives in 2 runs on a 2 RBI single. And the Eights open up their largest lead of the ball game.
Yeah, and Gordon, just a hard ground ball through the hole on the left side. Goki playing towards second base in an attempt to keep Rasky a little bit closer to second base, and Gordon just a nice piece of hitting, and the Eights have stretched this lead out now to 5-2 here in the top of the fourth.
And here's Cade Hinkle, the number 5 hitter. He was hit by a pitch in his first trip to the plate and also struck out swinging to lead off the top of the third. Trying to show a bunt, pops it up, and it's going to be caught by the pitcher in Drew Reichen. And there's now 1 down. And there's the first out recorded here at the top of the fourth, and we'll bring up now Bennett Dean.
Bunting it looks easy, but it is one of the toughest things to do in baseball.
Especially if it's not right down the middle, it's really easy to drop the bat head and pop it up instead of keeping it tilted up as the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1 to Bennett Dean.
And that was a pitch that was up in the zone, and I'm not sure that that's exactly what Drew Reichen was wanting to do. If you think the bunt is on, you do want to throw high in the zone because those are tougher pitches to bunt.
1-0 pitch is upstairs. It's now 2-0 here to Dean. Dean is 0 for 1, walked and then popped out to the first baseman, Hack in foul territory. Runner on first here with 1 down, 5-2 lead here for Post State. The top of the fourth inning. Here's the 2-0. That one's outside, and the count's now 3-0. On deck, Spencer Lettler, who started out as a DH. Now he's in the field as a hitter, or excuse me, in the field now as a right fielder. Drew Reichen, again, the pitch count continues to escalate here in the top of the fourth. Here's the 3-0 now from Reichen. That's right down the middle. It's now 3-1. His outing is getting closer to coming to an end. He's been throwing the ball. He's don't have the exact. Maybe you have the exact pitch count total.
Yep, 78. So he's only got 27 pitches left on the day.
So here's now the 3-1 pitch, and Dean will shoot this one foul out of play on the right side. That one might have had the distance to get out, but it will be a foul ball, and the count's now 3-2 here with the 1 down in the top of the fourth. The runner on first base. That is Andy Gordon, who drove in 2 runs to give Post State a 5-2 lead. From the stretch, here's the 3-2. Runner takes off. Dean will pop it foul out of play on the left side. Do it again. Not a bad time for Gordon to take off as well. And you look at what Bennett Dean has done. Just 19 strikeouts and 110 plate appearances, so he doesn't strike out very often, which means you put him in play, you put Gordon in motion, he's most likely going to put the ball in play. Otherwise, he'll take ball 4 and you're standing at second base anyway. So we'll see if Gordon will take off with the pitch again. Here's a 3-2 pitch, not running this time. And it will be looked at for strike 3. And there's now 2 down. That was on the outside edge, and the announcer's curse saying everything that could happen that usually doesn't happen, well, it ended up happening there. That's another strikeout for Drew Reichen, and there's 2 down to now bring up Spencer Lettler.
Yeah, it looked like a changeup on the outside corner, and Dean probably looking for a fastball, middle or middle in, something that he could turn on, and nice pitch from Reichen.
First pitch to Lettler is taken outside for ball one. Lettler is 0 for 1, struck out swinging, also hit by a pitch in his 2 trips to the plate. Now Reichen laboring on the mound right now and has really slowed himself down a lot. We've really taken time in between pitches as it counts now even at a ball and a strike.
We talked about this a little bit yesterday. I mean that this Yankton team really relies on about 6 pitchers, and Connor Tykrow started the game through yesterday. Tristan Redmond threw on Tuesday. He's unavailable this week, and even though he did.
The throw to second base that will get past the second baseman and shortstop into center field. So Gordon will take third. He was off with the pitch. And it's now a runner on third here with 2 away. And another error is going to be charged as the count is 1-2 here to Lettler.
Yeah, ball that literally got through both Goki, who was fielding the throw, and then Rugby Reichen right behind him. He just went right through the wickets between his legs.
1-2 pitch. Lettler will ground it over the right side. That one is a sliding stop by the second baseman, Reichen. The throw to first. An excellent play from Reichen, but Lettler runs the base as well. Flies down the line, an infield single, and it's now a 6-2 lead here for Post State. But what of a heck of a play from Rugby Reichen, and a turn and throw a strike to the first baseman, Hack. Again, Spencer Lettler gets a base hit. Looks like it's a line drive through the right side for a base hit, but Reichen made an excellent play there.
Yeah, he actually was about 3 steps out in short right field, and he actually was not too far off of the first base line when he made that play, and then, like you said, actually turned and threw from his knees and was able to throw a strike to Hack at first base, and luckily Lettler runs well and was able to beat it out by 2 steps. But if Lettler doesn't run well, that potentially is an inning ender right there.
That would have been a huge momentum builder for Yankton, but instead it's a 4-run inning now here for Post State as Merkwan will pop the 1-0 pitch up foul territory right side. Long run. Hack will make an over-the-shoulder catch to retire the side here in the top of the 4th inning. 4-run score in the inning for Post State on 4 hits. There are 2 errors in the inning, and there's 1 man left on base. We head to now the bottom of the 4th inning, a 6-2 lead for Post State over Yankton. You listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Evermore Boutique, where fashion doesn't have to break the bank. See them for men's, women's, and children's clothing, shoes, accessories, and so much more. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from noon to 7, Saturdays from 11 to 6, and Sundays from noon to 5. Visit Evermore Boutique, located at 104 South Pierre Street in Pierre, or give them a call today, 605-494-0194. That's Evermore Boutique in Pierre.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here at the bottom of the 4th inning, it is a 6-2 lead here for the Eights over Yankton. Be Dylan Prouty to lead things off, 5, 6, and 7. As the first pitch is flowing out towards center field, LA Life is standing right there to make the catch. And there's 1 pitch and 1 out here to open up the bottom of the 4th inning, as it will now bring up Carson Hack, as there is some activity starting out in the left field bullpen here now for Yankton Post 12. Carson Hack, the first baseman, he had the 2 RBI double that tied the ball game up in the bottom of the 2nd. But the Eights have a 6-2 lead now in a 4-run top of the 4th inning. First pitch is over for strike 1 from McGuire-Raskey.
Sam Kampshoff out, starting to get warm for Post 12 out in the left field bullpen for Yankton.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Hack, and it's now 0-2. This is the longest outing of the season here for McGuire-Raskey. He threw an inning in his first appearance, threw an inning on this past Wednesday, in his only other appearance. 0-2 pitch is outside, and it's now 1-2.
Drew Reichen at 87 pitches for Yankton, so he likely would come out is my guess to start the 5th inning, but that's about, in all likelihood, unless he gets a really quick inning, that would probably be his last inning of work.
And the interesting thing too is, we mentioned that sometimes you want to try and have a hitter start a clean inning. As the 2-2 is taken for strike 3, Carson Hack goes down looking. And there's now 2 down. Second strikeout of the ball game for McGuire Rasky. Now bring up Connor Tycrow, the third baseman, who is 0 for 1. But in this situation where you have all hands on deck, but you can't really play to try and play game 3 before you win game number 2. But you want to try and save some pitchers, or you basically use all your pitchers before getting to throwing somebody else in there. There's a swing and a miss, and the count's now 1-1.
Yeah, and it's a fine line to walk because, like you said, I mean, you gotta win game 2 before you can play game 3, but you gotta have something in the tank left to play game 3 with.
1-1 pitch. That one's on the inside edge, and the count's now 1-2.
We'll give you Isaac Pollock's final pitching line for the day. He threw 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, threw 51 pitches, 29 of them for strikes to the 9 batters that Isaac Pollock faced on the day.
As it counts now 2-2. That one just missed outside from Connor Tycrow. Here's now the 2-2 pitch. Upstairs. And it's now 3-2 here to Tycrow. Jace McCorkle is on deck. But Rasky looking for a 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Rasky will get that 1-2-3 inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 3 strikeouts in the game so far for Rasky. 2 innings of shutout baseball for McGuire Rasky as we head to the top of the 5th inning. A 6-2 lead now for Post State over Yankton. You listen to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers a full range of in-home support services to our area. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. Home Care Services, 224-2273.
As we welcome you back here, top of the 5th inning. It is a 6-2 lead here for Post State over Yankton. As we do have ourselves a pitching change, as I believe that is Cam Schaaf that is in to pitch now for Yankton. As Cam Schaaf will be on the mound. We'll see where everybody else goes. Looks like maybe Drew Reichen's out in right field.
No, I think he's in left, would be my guess, because Cam Schaaf came in. I think it's just a straight switch. That's Prouty still in right field.
Okay, yep, straight switch from the outfield as Drew Reichen now out in left field, and Cam Schaaf is on the mound here for this Yankton Post 12 team as he will deal with 9-1-2 to open up the top of the 5th. As Post State has a 6-2 lead. Cam Schaaf comes in. This will be his 8th appearance of the season. He's had 6 starts. He's 1-4 so far on the year. 33 1/3 innings pitched. It is 34 hits, 26 runs, 23 of them earned. He has 27 strikeouts, nearly a walk per strikeout. 25 walks, 27 strikeouts, an ERA of 4.83, and then a whip of 1.77 here for Sam Cam Schaaf. As, again, we'll have 9-1-2, Elliott Life, Lincoln Keenels, and Jaden Wiebe. But before we have Elliott Life step to the mound, or step to the plate, to the mound will be the catcher, Jace McCorkle, maybe going over signs and making sure they're on the right page on what their signs are.
Kampshoff threw against Pierre in the high school season this spring in the one outing that these two teams saw each other, and actually threw pretty well. That was a 4-1 victory for the Governors, part of a triangular in Sioux Falls. But Kampshoff threw well. Did a nice job limiting the Governor bats in that game back in early May.
Here's the first pitch to LA Life. That will miss low for ball 1. Life is 0 for 2 so far. He popped out to the pitcher and also grounded out to the second baseman, Rugby Reichen, in his 2 trips to the plate. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Kampshoff. That one is at the letters and it's now 1-1. This is a big inning here for both teams. A 4-run lead here for the Eights as we start to get later in this ball game. A couple more runs and all of a sudden they're in prime spot to maybe close out the game potentially even early, but just kind of drain any life out of Yankton if they are able to add a couple more runs as Life climbed the ladder on the 1-1 pitch. So I mentioned a pitch that was above the letters, and the count's now 1-2. As they'll swing and miss at the 1-2 pitch, there's a strikeout for Kampshoff to open up his outing as there's one down here at the top of the 5th, and we'll bring it back up the top of the order for Lincoln Keenels, who is a home run away from the cycle. 3 for 3, triple, double, single. If he can hit one out of the park, have himself a cycle and just 4 at-bats. You know what? I'm going to call it right here. First home run of the season for Lincoln Keenels. Comes in this at-bat. Ends up being the cycle for him as well.
Okay. You heard it here first, folks. The prognosticator, the mystic, the soothsayer, the seer of all, John Winkler, has just made the call.
The count's 1-0 here to Lincoln Keenels. I'm going to get really excited if he actually does do it. Not, I mean, for him as well, but just because I actually got to call it. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That one will be over for a strike, and it's now 1-1. Obviously, he might be thinking about it as Keenels, but going up there, he's probably not trying to swing for the fences and try and pick up the cycle, especially because he probably has another at-bat upcoming at some point in this ball game. 1-1 pitch. Keenels will foul that one out of play, and it's now 1-2, which makes it a little bit more difficult to try and hit that home run for the cycle.
If he does hit a home run right here, I'm going to ask you for some lotto numbers for the pick later tonight.
That sounds like, well, I'll tell you off air though. That way nobody else gets those numbers. As Kampshoff, he works from the stretch with nobody on base. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Keenels. He'll ground that one off of his leg and remains at 1-2. About as far away from a home run on that swing as possible.
Keenels wears a guard on the inner part of his, just above his left ankle, and that's about where that ball hit him as it bounced off the plate.
Counts 1-2 here with one down in the top of the 5th inning. 6-2 lead here for the Eights. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one will miss low, and it counts even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. To the man in the leadoff position, Lincoln Keenels, who's 5 for 6 right now in this region round against Yankton. 2 doubles, a triple, and a single in 2 games here for Lincoln Keenels. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That one misses upstairs, and the count's full at 3-2.
This might be a place where you're looking with nobody on base and 1 out. This might be a place where Lincoln Keenels might be looking fastball, and if he can get one, it'd be nice to see him turn one around right here.
Here's a 3-2 pitch from Kampshoff to Keenels. He'll line that one into center field. It's going to get down for another base hit. He's now 4 for 4. We'll take that one, even if I'm going to be wrong. It still has a base hit. He's now 4 for 4 with 2 singles in the ball game, and it'll bring up Jaden Wiebe.
So your lotto numbers will match about 2 out of 6 tonight, is what you're saying.
I might win you a couple bucks. Might get your money back. As Jaden Wiebe comes to the plate, he is 1 for 1 so far. Sac fly, RBI, back in the top of the 1st inning, was hit by a pitch and then singled in the top of the 4th. Here's the first pitch to Wiebe. That one will miss low for ball 1. Kampshoff with a slide step used on that first pitch, trying to keep, he knows the speed that Keenels has. Trying to keep him at first base or make it a little bit easier for McCorkle to try and throw him out if there's a play at second base.
Eight's in good position right now. If they could, like you said, if they could plate 1 or 2 insurance runs here, that would be huge.
Keenels will get to second base as the pitch was spiked and it was off the glove of McCorkle, so Keenels will take second base. And it's now a 2-0 count with a runner on second here with 1 down.
We've talked about it throughout the spring and the summer. I mean, if you're a team that can extend the lead beyond 4 runs. I mean, at 4 runs, you're still just 1 swing of the bat away from tying the game up if you're the team that's trailing. But if you're Pierre in this case, if you can extend that lead out to 5 or 6 or more, that just makes that mountain all that much higher to climb.
As the ground ball from Jaden Wiebe went to the third base coaching box where Coach Brian White unable to make the play. I was hoping he'd kind of maybe get a quick look up at the press box and give him a thumbs down for it. Did not look up at the press box, though. I was not giving you a thumbs down, Greg. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Here's a line shot. That's through on the right side for a base hit. Keenels will round third. He'll come in to score. Jaden Wiebe's 2 for 2. He's got his second RBI of the ball game, and Post State extends the lead to 5, now 7-2.
Yeah, just a hard ground ball right through the right side, and Rugby Riken did not have even a chance to make a play on that ball, and Prouty knew that with the speed of Keenholz coming around third base, there was no chance of a play at home. So just a leisurely throw back into second base, and the Eights have extended this lead out past 4, now leading 7-2 here in the top of the 5th inning.
And Riken was playing more over to try and hold Keenels on at the bag at second base as the first pitch is over to McGuire-Rasky for a strike. If nobody is on base, or even if that ball doesn't get away from McCorkle to get Keenels to second, it's probably just a line out. But Wiebe able to hit the ball the other way, and Riken was not in his normal positioning, so it went through for an RBI single. And some good situational hitting from Post State. Here's the 0-1 pitch that will bounce in. It's now 1-1. And it bounced in for Wiebe to have a good jump, and he slides in head first at second. Heads-up base running play there for Wiebe. Didn't even get away from McCorkle. It just bounced in, and Wiebe read it perfectly. It was sliding in safely to second, and a good throw from McCorkle, too. It was a one-hopper right to the shortstop, Joe Goki. But because Wiebe got such a good jump, he slid in safely at second. Here's the 1-1 pitch that will get to the backstop, and it's now a runner on third as Wiebe will make it a much easier jog to third base, and he's 90 feet away from having Post State go up by 6 if McGuire-Rasky can drive him in.
And we'll go back to that the throw to second base and Jaden Wiebe getting a good read. I mean, he was off as soon as he saw that ball pop out of McCorkle's glove because he knew that he could get a good jump and good opportunity right there for the Eights to get a runner into scoring position.
There's a ground ball to the second baseman, and Rugby Riken. The infield came all the way in, so the ground ball to Riken did not score Wiebe. And there's now 2 down to bring up Andy Gordon. So Gordon's got a chance to still drive him in, but there's now 2 away, and the infield will go back to their normal positioning. And there's 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. That's a unfortunate ground ball that went right to the second baseman, Riken. Here's the first pitch to Gordon. Comes inside, nearly gets him. He's able to back out of the way. And it's 1-0.
Yeah, unfortunately, just a ball that Rasky rolled over on and just kind of tapped it to Riken at second base, and an easy play to retire Rasky and no opportunity for Wiebe to try to score on the play.
1-0 pitch will get to the backstop. Wiebe will glide into the score as McCorkle dove for it and was laying on his stomach when the ball got to the backstop, so there's no opportunity to go to the backstop and go pick it up, and it's now an 8-2 lead. And the wheels might be starting to fall off a little bit here for Yankton as they're down by 6.
Yeah, Wiebe goes to second on the pass ball, goes to third on the wild pitch, and scores on a wild pitch. And then, as McCorkle returned the ball to Kampshoff after Wiebe scores, he overthrows Kampshoff, and the ball ends up having to be retrieved by Goki at shortstop, and then Kampshoff almost spiked another one that just came across the toes of Andy Gordon.
So the count's now 3-0 here to Gordon, as he has a chance to extend the inning to Cade Hinkle, and he will, as that one got inside, nearly hit Gordon, and is now runner on first. for now Cade Hinkle. Have another final. Watertown, they've advanced to the state tournament. They win 2-1 over Post 320. So far, outside of Sturgis and Sioux Falls West, the top seeds have won both games and have advanced to the state tournament next week, Friday.
Yep, they've won two of the region tournaments so far. The two that are final have both gone to the higher seeds. So no surprises so far, other than the Sturgis walk off in the bottom of the 7th to defeat Sioux Falls West earlier today.
First pitch to Hinkle, misses low for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 so far. Struck out and also tried to bunt the ball, but popped it up to the pitcher. Was also hit by a pitch. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Hinkle. He'll pop this one up foul, and it will get out of play. And the count is now 1-1.
Two other regions have not started yet. Harrisburg and Brookings play game 2 of their regional series. That's a 2 o'clock start. And then Sioux Falls East and Aberdeen play later today. They will follow the third game of the West Sturgis series.
The 0-2 pitch is fouled back off the home plate umpire's mask. He backpedaled a couple steps, and he will get a little bit of a breather as the count's now 1-2. Boy, those are a little scary when the umpire gets hit in the mask and he takes a couple steps back, so it looks like he's losing his balance. Makes you a little nervous when that happens.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you could hear, but he was doing his job, even though he got hit in the mask. I mean, luckily that's why you gear up back there. But you could clearly hear him say foul ball, even as the ball was ricocheting off of his mask, and so Bennett Dean in the on deck circle goes over and retrieves it and hands it back to him. You can see Dean turn around after they had a brief conversation, smiling. So whatever Greg Warren said behind the plate, I mean, that was enough to make Dean smile, so he must be okay.
As Hinkle will take strike 3 to retire the side here in the top of the 5th inning. Another 2-run score, though, in the inning for Post State on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is now an 8-2 lead here for Pierre over Yankton. You listen to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
As we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, it is an 8-2 lead here for Post State, as it'll be Jace McCorkle, Samuel Kamshoff, and Cody Oswald will be the first 3 hitters for this Yankton squad, as McGuire Rasky has gotten 2 shutout innings so far, 3 strikeouts and 2 innings of work here for Post State. And for the Eights, in this type of situation, when McGuire Rasky came in, they had it was a 2-2 tie. It was not a lead for Post State. So for him to come in here in a pressure situation like that with a runner on first, nobody out, and he's gotten 6 straight outs, or 5 of the 6 or 6 of the 7 guys that he's retired. It's the first pitch, a swing and a miss from McCorkle. That's going to put a little smile on Coach White and Coach Naz's face as the 0-1 pitch is a swing and a miss, and it's now 0-2.
And again, you kind of wonder about how far they're going to go with McGuire Raskey, as he just threw pitch number 32 on the day. But again, he has not gone over an inning in any particular outing that he's thrown so far. He's now starting his third inning of work, even though his pitch count's fairly limited so far. So be interesting to see whether, if he can get through this inning, whether they will decide to send him out to pitch the seventh.
A 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss from McCorkle, and there's a strikeout, one down here at the bottom of the fifth. It is now the fourth strikeout of the ball game here for McGuire Raskey. And it will bring up now Samuel Kampshoff, who is the pitcher number 9 man in the order. That's just the second time through as the first pitch to Kampshoff will be taken for strike one. You like to see how Raskey is throwing here, because that just adds another arm. Obviously, the Post State's still got to win this game or win Game 3 if they don't finish off the win here. But if you get to the state tournament, that just adds another arm for you. And a guy that can come out of the bullpen. You know, you think about your 3 starters, and you go, okay, who are we going to have in the bullpen? But you don't play just 3 games, as it counts now 1 and 2. If you want to win the state tournament, you'll probably add Bennett Dean in the mix of being a starter. Maybe even Aaron Booth becomes a starter. But a guy like McGuire Raskey can come in and out of the bullpen and do well for you. That makes Post State a more dangerous team going in the state tournament. 1-2 pitch. There's another swing and a miss. 4 straight strikeouts dating back to last inning for Raskey. 5 in total in the game. And it's now Cody Oswald at the top of the order with 2 down, nobody on.
And what you're seeing out of McGuire Raskey today is the McGuire Raskey that I think the Pierre faithful had been hoping to see all of last year and then throughout this year, and you know, unfortunately dealt with an elbow issue that was challenging for him all of last year, and then just has never really hit his stride in the opportunities that he's had in the spring season and so far in the Legion season, but threw really well Wednesday and really dialed it up today.
Counts 2-0 here to Cody Oswald, the center fielder, who's 0 for 2. 2-0 pitch is outside, and it's now 3-0. Raskey in danger of just his second walk, be the only second base runner that's reached base in Raskey's outing so far through 2 2/3. 3-0 pitch, and that one will miss upstairs, so it'll be a 4-pitch walk to Oswald, the first time he's been on base. And the second walk issued from McGuire Raskey. And it'll be come up now, Drew Reichen. Reichen out in left field. Now here for Yankton after being the starter in this must-win game for Yankton. Here's the first pitch from Raskey. That'll miss low, so 5 straight misses now here for Raskey. Trying to find the zone, trying to get out of this inning with another 0 and put Post State 6 outs away from clinching a spot in the state tournament. Here's a 1-0 pitch. There's a fly ball towards left center field. Elliott Life is over there. He'll make the catch, and it is another 0 for McGuire Raskey. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Post State up by 6 over Yankton. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre knows what that sound is. It's baseball season. They also know that means it's grilling season. Sioux Nation has the Green Mountain Grill choices that you need for those hot dogs and burgers for tailgating. And let's be honest, you know there will be a steak in there too. Visit Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre and see their selection of grills. While you're there, also pick up some seasonings for your grilling needs. Visit Sioux Nation at 504 Deadwood Street, Fort Pierre.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
Top of the 6th inning, an 8-2 lead here for Post State, as it is going to be Bennett Dean, Spencer Lettler, and Jack Merkwan. 6, 7, and 8 here for the 8s, as they are controlling here game number 2 in a game that if they win, they are into the state tournament. They will clinch their spot in the state tournament and will advance to next Friday to Brandon to play in game number 1, round 1 not sure, what time that game will be, but they'll be playing, and we'll have the game for you here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. It'll be exciting to be back in the state tournament as the first pitch to Bennett Dean misses for ball one. We could be one of just 4 teams that are returning to the state tournament because only 4 teams technically made the state tournament last year. Renner is already qualified. Brandon's already in. Post 22 is trying to finish out a win to qualify as well, and then Post State would be that last team to have all 4 teams return to the state tournament in 2021.
Quick score update. Rapid City Post 22 has extended their lead over Renner Post 307. They are now up 6-1 in the going to the bottom of the 7th inning.
As the count's now 1-2 here to Dean. Dean is 0 for 2 so far. He walked and he popped out the first baseman, struck out looking. Here's the 0-2 from Kampshoff to Dean. It's going to be 1-2 that bounces in, and the count is now 2-2. That Watertown Post 320 game, that was like a 90-minute game. 2-1 was the final score, which being 2-1 probably is going to go pretty quickly, but I think they started a couple minutes after we did. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Dean is down on strikes for the second time in the ball game. And there's one down here in the top of the 6th. And it will bring up now Spencer Lettler, who is 1 for 2. RBI single in his last at-bat. Gave Post State part of that 4-run inning. Gave Post State the 6-2 lead that they have, now that up 8-2. First pitch to Lettler. Swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Be followed by Jack Merkwan, then potentially Elliott Life if any of the two are able to reach base.
Littler played left field Wednesday night up in Aberdeen and just threw a dart to finish the game as the Aberdeen runner, I think it was Aiden McCaffrey, was trying to score to keep the game from being ended early on the 10-run rule, and Lettler just threw a dart to Hinkle at home plate for the third out.
Lettler will sky this out towards left field, playing perfectly out towards the left center field gap is Drew Reichen, and it makes the catch for the second out. That was, if everybody's playing normal, a chance for Reichen to still make the catch, but that was a routine fly ball to Reichen out in left field.
Yeah, had Lettler pulled or played around to pull the left-hander, one of 5 left-handers in the Post State lineup. Majority of the hitters all going from the left side today, and that's kind of become the norm for this Post State lineup as they've entered postseason play. Rasky, Hinkle, Dean, Lettler, and Life all bat from the left side. Something you don't see very often at any level, especially down at the American Legion level.
And they still have another lefty that probably won't hit in the state tournament at all, but Jack Van Camp, if he would get a chance to hit, he'd be another lefty. There's a ground ball. Left side is off the glove of the third baseman. The throw still to first is not in time. It'll be an error charge to Tycro over at third base, and it will extend the inning now for Elliott Life, the number 9 man.
Yeah, just kind of a routine two-hopper over to Tycro at third base and just didn't look it all the way into his glove and never fielded it cleanly, bounced out of his glove, and Merkwan with good speed, able to beat it out easily.
So now the first pitch to Elliott Life will be grounded to the right side. It'll be fielded by the second baseman, Rugby Reichen. The throw to first is in time to retire the side. Here in the top of the 6th, no runs, no hits, no errors, one error and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Post State leading 8-2 over Yankton. Listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
This is the life. Sitting here, sipping lemonade, basking in the warm sun, and admiring the beauty and the solitude of my very own landscaped backyard. I wasn't sure, but I was so glad when I made the call to Andy at Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping to finally have the work done. Calling Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping was probably one of the best and the easiest decisions I've ever made.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. That's 280-4440.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
As we enter the bottom of the 6th inning, it is a 8-2 lead for Post State over Yankton. 6 outs away from the 8th clinching a spot into the state tournament. As they will have, Yankton will have 3, 4, and 5. Joe Goki, Rugby Riken, and Dylan Prouty. First pitch from McGuire Rasky is taken on the inside edge for strike 1. Well, Rasky has been painting that inside corner. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's upstairs. It's now 1-1. We've seen that a lot on the right-handed hitters. He's just been finding the corner throughout this ball game. 5 strikeouts through 3 innings for McGuire Rasky. As that one's upstairs, and it's now 2-1.
Took something off of that pitch. He's doing a nice job changing speeds so far today. Just giving the Yankton hitters just a different look and really mixing his pitches well.
2-1 pitch on the inside edge, and it's now 2-2.
Rasky works off the third base side of the rubber, not quite as far over as Jack Van Camp does, but again gives that look.
There's a line shot that just gets over the outstretched diving glove of Jaden Wiebe into right field for a base hit, and the leadoff man is aboard first hit for Yankton against McGuire Rasky, and Yankton is trying to get something started here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Boy, Wiebe, I don't know, he got high up there in the air and nearly came down with that ball. That was going to be impressive for Wiebe, but it does go just past over the top of him, so it is a leadoff single for Joe Goki, as it brings up now Rugby Riken, as he'll pop this first pitch up and foul out of play.
Yeah, it was kind of an awkward swing from Prouty. Just kind of went and got something up in his eyes and was far from a textbook swing, but resulted in a base hit. So something good happening for Yankton here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
As the 0-1 pitch misses upstairs, backing out of the way or moving the head out of the way was Rugby Riken. As the count is even at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's outside, now 2-1. Here to the second baseman, who is 0 for 1, drew a walk and also struck out swinging. Only 2 plate appearances so far here for Riken. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one's well outside. Hinkle's able to grab it before it got to the backstop, and the count is now 3-1. You get a new baseball for Aaron Booth, or for McGuire Rasky, as Aaron Booth makes his way to go warm up in the bullpen for Post State. We'll see if Aaron Booth will maybe get the ball to fish out the ball game, if maybe they try and throw Lincoln Keenels out there in the 7th inning. That's obviously depending on what the score is, too, at this point. As a 3-1 pitch is popped foul out of play, and it will land, looks like just maybe to the right of the press box, and the count is full now here at 3-2.
Yeah, McGuire Rasky just threw pitch number 54. Like we said, 3 complete innings so far plus for Rasky, by far his longest outing of the year.
3-2 pitch just misses on the inside corner, and it will be a walk with nobody out, so it's now first and second. Third walk issued from Rasky here in 3 innings of work. As it's now Dylan Prouty with a runner on first and second. Nobody out. Prouty's 1 for 2. 3 hits in the ball game so far for Yankton. Here's the first pitch to Prouty. He'll pop that one foul, and that will get over the back and nearly in line, just a little bit off to the left.
I was going to say right on near. I mean, it looked like it was right on line for the open window right in front of you.
Yeah, could have made the catch, just stuck the hand out there and made the catch. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's fouled straight back, and the count's now 0-2. What do you say? Because I shared that video with you on Twitter that one day where the Texas Tech broadcaster, foul ball came straight back, and he just stood up and just barehanded it.
Yep.
Didn't even move, just snagged it with the bare hand.
And it was a line shot.
Yeah, that was about as good as what that one was. He hit that one really hard back to him. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Checking his swing, it did not go. And getting to the backstop was the pitch. So both runners will move up 90 feet. So a second and third here with nobody out, and the count's now 1-2. Yankton's trying to maybe cut this lead down a little bit. Down by 6 right now in the bottom of the 6th with nobody out.
And actually, Post State caught a break on that play with it being 0-2. Prouty checked his swing. If he swings through that, that ball gets to the backstop. He probably ends up at first base.
There's a ground ball. Bennett Dean will take it himself. They'll trade it out for a run. He still would have been out because first base was occupied.
True.
But
yes.
they will trade the out for the run as Dean will take it to the bag himself. So it's now an 8-3 ball game. There's one down with a runner on third base. And it will bring up Carson Hack, who has gotten 2 of those 3 RBIs in this ball game here. An RBI ground out as the first pitch is a swing and a miss from Carson Hack.
Yeah, just 4 hits through 5 through 11 and a third innings so far for Yankton in these 2 games.
That one's fouled back to the netting and is now 0-2 here to Hack. Connor Tykrow is on deck. So Hack is 1 for 2 RBI double back in the second inning. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Rasky gets another strikeout. There's now 2 down, making his 6th strikeout of the ball game in 3 2/3 innings. And it brings up Connor Tykrow, who is 0 for 1, who is a strikeout, or excuse me, 0 for 2, but is a strikeout victim to Rasky. Here's the first pitch to him. Taking out the letters for strike 1.
And Rasky continues to deal. He looks very good, and again continues to mix speeds really well.
There's a big swing and a miss from Tykrow, and the count's now 0-2. And Rasky a strike away from limiting the damage to just 1 run here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's high and outside, and the count's now 1-2.
Aaron Booth continues to warm in the Post State bullpen down the right field line.
Here's now the 1-2 pitch. That one's got a piece of it to Tykrow. Fell it back to the netting, and it remains at 1-2.
Again, we talked about this before. Tykrow does not get cheated. I mean, he comes all the way through with a full backswing. So anything that he connects with, he probably hits hard.
Counts now 2-2. That one missed low to Tykrow. A couple of walks so far here from McGuire Rasky in his 3 2/3 innings in this outing, longest outing of the season for Rasky. 2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, and it is going to be strike 3. And that will end the inning. Another strikeout for McGuire Rasky, as he'll have 6 strikeouts in the ball game. Excuse me, 7 strikeouts in the ball game. 1 run scores on 1 hit, so no errors and 1 man left. We head to the top of the 7th. Post State has an 8-3 lead over Yankton. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
It is time to control noxious weeds. Do you have a control plan in place? If not, contact your local weed and pest supervisor to help you set up a plan. Effort now will save you time and money in the future. This is Paul Johnson, South Dakota State University Extension Weed Science Coordinator, asking for your support to get this statewide noxious weed problem under control.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you make the decisions that are vital to your operation. From the seed, plant health, and marketing the grain, to fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted for generations.
Top of the 7th inning, it is an 8-3 lead here for Pierre over Yankton as we head to the final inning. Post State 3 outs away, but they are the road team here. Even here at High Stadium, they're still the road team, so they will they can extend their lead, and then you go get the 3 outs at the bottom of the 7th, as they will have the top of the lineup, as it will be Lincoln Keenos, Jaden Wiebe, and McGuire Rasky. Anybody reaches base, they will then go to the number 4 hitter, Andy Gordon. Keenos still a chance here to hit for the cycle. He's got to hit a home run to lead off this top of the 7th, and with a 5-run lead, they will see if maybe Keenos will try and swing for the fences to open up the top of the 7th. Greg, if you're in Keenos' spot right now, the 5-run cushion, do you maybe think that first swing I'm going to be trying to swing for the fences?
if he knows that he's one big fly away from the cycle, yeah, I mean maybe give it one shot, but 5-run lead is not cemented. I mean and again, Sam Kamshoff is a good pitcher. I mean so the Eights are by no means have this locked away right now, but they certainly are in an enviable position here in the top of the 7th.
First pitch is missed upstairs for ball 1. He is 4 for 4 as Keenels. A triple to lead off the ball game, an RBI double, a single in the 4th, and a single in the 5th. Came around to score 3 of the 4 times he's been on base. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Keenels will take a big hack and will foul off the mask of McCorkle, and the count is even at a ball and a strike.
8 runs on 10 hits, no errors for Pierre Post 8 on the day. 3 runs on 3 hits and 3 errors on the board for Yankton Post 12. So Trey's wild. Is that for Yankton? Sorry,
I don't think that would work.
trying to create something out of nothing.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a line shot. Keenels is now 5 for 5. That one will get down the line. Be fielded by Drew Reichen. Keenels will find his way to second. He'll slide in safely with his second double of the game. His 5th hit in total. 7 for 8 here in the region round for Lincoln Keenels. And he'll try and see if maybe Jaden Wiebe can drive him in and extend this Post-State lead.
Yeah, and if you ever wanted a time for your leadoff hitter to get hot, I mean, it would be the postseason, and that's exactly what Lincoln Keenholz has done here. 7 for 8 over 2 games. By himself, he has nearly doubled the offensive output in terms of hits of what this Yankton team has. Keenholz has 7 hits. Yankton has 4 collectively through 12 innings so far.
It is Jaden Wiebe to the plate. He's down the count 0-1. He is 2 for 2 in the ball game with 2 RBIs. The 0-1 pitch. Wiebe will ground it left side. That one might get through. Fielded by the shortstop. No chance to get Wiebe. Not even a throw from Joe Goki. Keenel gets on the bag, stays on the bag, so there's no back pick attempt over at third base, and it'll be the 3rd hit of the ball game here for Jaden Wiebe. And boy, your top 2 hitters have combined now for 8 of the 12 hits on the board here in the ball game for Post State.
Yeah, and Goki did a nice job going over to be able to glove the ball. Didn't have a play on Wiebe, and so just held on to the ball. But just being able to get a glove on that ball, he was able to keep Keenholz from scoring.
First pitch to McGuire Rasky is taken low for ball 1, and Wiebe will take second base without a throw. So the Eights have 2 guys in scoring position now here with nobody out.
Final in from Rapid City. Rapid City Post 22 has defeated Renner 6-3. Renner mounted a little bit of a rally in the bottom of the 7th. Got a pair of runs. Had the tying run at the plate in the bottom of the 7th, but wasn't meant to be for Post 307. And Post 22 advances to the state tournament.
So they are the 3rd team to return back to the state tournament from last season. And Post State, the 4th team, is 3 outs away and trying to extend a 5-run lead right now. A 3-0 count here to McGuire Rasky with nobody out in the top of the 7th. You are listening to KCCR Pierre Riverfront Broadcasting Station. 8-3 is their score here in the top of the 7th. Post State, again, the road team in this ball game, so they will have to play the bottom of the 7th with Yankton coming to the plate as Rasky will draw a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are now loaded for Andy Gordon. 8 runs, 13 hits, and no errors for Post State. It was 3 runs on 3 hits and 3 errors for Yankton so far. As the Eights have that 5-run lead, and the bases are now loaded, nobody out, and Andy Gordon, who is 2 for 3 so far with 2 RBIs, comes to the plate. Here's the first pitch. That one will be taken outside for strike 1, as we do have some movement going out to the left field bullpen. Nobody else is joining him right now, and maybe McCorkle's got to get another glove.
Yeah, must be having equipment malfunction. Looks like he's trading catcher's mitts. But you're right, John. Landon Lecker headed out to the left field bullpen. But so far nobody's joining him to get him warmed up. So we'll see what happens here. It's interesting that they're somebody warm, because there's not a lot of urgency, even though the Eights have the bases loaded and nobody out here in the top of the 7th.
Counts now 1-1 as that pitch missed upstairs to Andy Gordon. Now they have somebody go out there and warm him up. Hey, you think, at this point you're down by 5 and you really have to put all your eggs in the basket of trying to keep this a 5-run deficit to give yourself a chance. 1-1 pitch, that one will miss low, and it's now 2-1. But where you're sitting at, you think there'd be a little bit more urgency when you're going to go warm somebody up. As Lecker is out there starting to warm up now here for this Yankton squad. Here's the 2-1 pitch now from Kamshoff to Gordon. Comes inside and is taken for a strike, and the count's now 2-2.
Yankton infield in on the grass all the way around, except for Tykero is back even with the bag at third base. Outfield playing a little bit more shallow. They're a little bit more shallow than just kind of medium deep, with the exception of Prouty in right field.
2-2 pitch is fouled out of play by Gordon, and we'll do it again here at 2-2.
Prouty back at kind of normal depth, but Oswald in center and Drew Reichen in left are both really shallow. Any fly ball in front of them, I'm sure they're going to try to come home and try to cut the run down at home plate.
Here's now the 2-2 pitch. Gordon out towards left center field. That's down for a base hit. One run will come in to score. Weeby's going to be around in. He's going to try and score. The throw coming to the plate is up the line. And Weeby slides in head first for another 2 RBI single for Andy Gordon. 4 RBIs in this ball game for Gordon. And it's a 10-3 lead now for Post States.
Andy Gordon just kind of a machine, just able to just continue to just get base hits, produce in the middle of that lineup, and he is just exactly what you're looking for out of that number 4 hitter in the lineup. And Aaron Booth, after he took a little bit of a rest, got the signal from Coach Brian White. He's going to continue to warm, and I would suspect that now that this lead is out to 10-3, that we will likely see Aaron Booth to pitch the 7th inning.
That's the first pitch to Cade Hinkle, misses for ball 1. That's 34 RBIs now for Andy Gordon on the season. Finished the regular season at 30, now up to 34 with those 4 RBIs here today. As the 1-0 pitch is just a little bit outside, and the count's now 2-0 here to Cade Hinkle, who is 0 for 3 so far. Was hit by a pitch, struck out twice, and also popped out a bunt attempt back to the pitcher. Runners at first and second here with nobody out, and a 10-3 lead here for Post State. That one's over for strike 1. The count's now 2-1.
And even though the Eights have the potential of extending this lead out to 10, Cade Hinkle would be the 10th run if he finds a way around to score. Yankton would still get a chance to bat in the bottom of the 7th.
The 2-1 pitch is over for a strike, and it's now 2-2. And they have game 1. The host team is the home team. Game 2, the road team becomes the home team for that second game. And then if there's an if necessary third game, it goes back to that host team to get the last at bat. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Hinkle. He'll foul that one over off the side of the left into the third base dugout. And we'll do it again here at 2-2.
Yeah, just a very defensive swing from Cade Hinkle, just an effort to stay alive at 2-2, and he was able to do that, and so we'll see if Hinkle can deliver something here with runners on first and second.
Here's a 2-2 pitch. That one will be off the glove of McCorkle. Over to third base now is going to be Rasky. Gordon did not take off for second, but this first and third, full count. That went off the glove. He got a new glove and maybe caught the webbing a little bit wrong and not used to trying to catch with that glove. But the count is full, and it's now first and third with one down here nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. Kamshoff delivers a payoff pitch to Hinkle. Gordon takes off. It's missed for ball 4. Hinkle will draw a walk, and the bases are now loaded once again here with nobody out.
And that'll draw a mound visit, and this might be the end of the day for Sam Kamshoff. We'll see no movement from the Yankton coach right now. No signal down to the bullpen, but we'll see what the conversation is. And Kamshoff hands the ball, and we will see Landon Lecker come in to try to finish off the 7th inning for Post 12.
So we'll step aside and tell you the pitching changes here in just a little bit. Back in a minute, you're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Service Master of Pierre. It's no secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give Service Master a call at 224-9919. Service Master. The clean you expect, the service you deserve. Service Master, 224-9919.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
As we welcome you back here to Hyatt Stadium, top of the 7th, the bases are loaded with nobody outs, a 10-3 lead for Post States, and the bases are loaded for now Landon Lecker to come be the man on the mound, and Bennett Dean will be the first man that greets Landon Lecker. He comes in, he has thrown 35 and a third innings. This will be his 10th appearance of the year. He has 46 runs, 33 of those 46 runs have been earned. 23 walks, 22 strikeouts. So, again, walk per strikeout, 53 hits against him. A ERA of 6.53 and a whip of 2.15. Doesn't get a whole lot of help defensively, does Lecker, as he's, again, given up an extra 13 runs that have been unearned so far in the season for Lecker, as he is finishing his warm-up tosses.
Number 12, Landon Lecker.
And I believe everybody's ready to go except for Landon Lecker. McCorkle is making his way out to talk to Lecker about signs and wanted to throw one or two more pitches.
Quick score update from Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls West and Sturgis still locked in a scoreless battle in the bottom of the 5th. Sturgis playing with a little momentum after that 4-3 victory in game number 1 earlier today to in a walk-off win to beat Sioux Falls West.
First pitch to Bennett Dean is upstairs for ball 1. Dean looking for his first hit here in game 2 of this series after picking up 4 RBIs yesterday, including a 2-run home run. 1-0 pitch. That one's over for a strike, and it's now even at a ball and a strike. On deck is Spencer Lettler to meet Jack Merkwan, as the Eights have already scored twice in this inning. They lead it by 7. The infield's drawn in all the way around for Yankton. Here's a 1-1 pitch. And Dean will rip that one to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. 2 more runs. Look like they're going to try and score. This throw coming to the plate is cut off by the first baseman, Hack. And it's a 2 RBI single for Bennett Dean. And it's now a 12-3 lead for Post States.
Yeah, just a pitch that Dean stayed down on, able to drop it into short right field, and the Eights get a couple of runs now. Have now put 4 on the board here in the top of the 7th, and have extended this lead out to 12-3 over Yankton in game number 2 of this region tournament.
Here's Spencer Lettler. First pitch to him is taken at the letters for strike 1. Lettler is 1 for 4 with an RBI single. Was also hit by a pitch. So he actually is, 1 for 3 so far in the day. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Missed upstairs and is now 1-1. Cade Hinkle's at second, Bennett Dean at first here. Nobody out. A 4-run top of the 7th. A 9-run lead now here for Post States. Again, they're 3 outs away whenever this inning comes to an end from advancing to the state tournament. As the 1-1 pitch. That one is over for a strike, and it's now 1-2.
Lecker, 22 strikeouts in 35 and a third innings, matched that with 23 walks. So in a 2.15 whip. So he's a young man who sometimes maybe has a little bit of trouble finding that strike zone. Has given up 53 hits in 35 innings. So that's when you give up a total of 76 base runners, hits and walks. I mean, that's a lot of base runners allowed in just 35 innings.
2-2 pitch is looked at for strike 3, and that will be a first strikeout here for Lecker. And there's now 1 down here in the top of the 7th inning, and it brings up Jack Merkwan. who is 2 for 3, 2 for 4 so far in the ball game. Actually, it will be Gary Nedved that will hit for Merquan, as we'll get a couple of substitutions potentially here for Post State. Elliott Life still on the on-deck circle right now. Gary Nedved, he comes in hitting .290 on the season. Finished the regular season with 18 hits in total and 62 at-bats. Drove in 10 runs, 4 extra base hits for the soon-to-be senior for this Post State squad.
And we'll see what the Eights do defensively. We'll see if Nedved goes into Merquan's left field position. He's typically more of a corner infielder. So we'll see how the Eights play this defensively in the bottom of the 7th.
First pitch is missed upstairs for ball 1. You might even see a shift around for Nedved to take third, maybe Gordon at first, and Dean to move the outfield. As the 0-1 pitch, that will get past the glove of McCorkle, another pass ball. The count's now 2-0, and it's second and third here with 1 down, as Hinkle is now at third base, Dean over at second.
McCorkle looks down at that new pud that he's got, and just kind of with that kind of questioning look of why didn't you catch that? My other pud would have caught that, but you didn't do it.
Here's the 2-0 pitch, as it's missed low, and it's now 3-0. Pud?
Haven't you ever heard that?
That's a new one for me.
Yeah, catcher's pud.
Catcher's pud. I'd usually call it catcher's glove, catcher's mitt. But never mind. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That one's over for a strike, and it's now 3-1. If any of your two sons were listening right now, that obviously your third one's playing, but any of your two sons were listening, I can make a reference that they would probably both appreciate that. Probably would not be, and some of your friends would appreciate as well. But the count's now 3-2.
Pud, mitt, glove, tomato, potato.
I don't want to make that comment or the joke here. As the count's 3-2 here to Gary Nedved. Here's a 3-2 pitch from Lecker, and Nedved will pop it up to the right side. Coming in will be the right fielder Prouty. He'll make the catch. Tagging from third is Hinkle. The throw coming to the plate. And he'll end safely as Hinkle standing up. And it's an RBI sac fly for Gary Nedved, and the lead is to double digits. Now a 13-3 lead for Post State.
Yeah, and the Eights just have done a nice job of scoring, and they've scored in every inning so far this game except for the 3rd and the 6th, 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd. 4 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and now 5 in the 7th. And so they have just really done a nice job of extending everything right here.
And there's a wild pitch thrown from Lecker. Bennett Dean will jog in to score, and it's now a 14-3 lead for Post State. And they are sitting comfortably with an opportunity to close this out in the bottom of the 7th. And again, even though we're at Heights Stadium, the lead's at 11. You get in the 7th inning. You still got to finish this one out because Post State is the visitors on the scoreboard in game number 2. There's a foul ball from Elliott Life. It's now 1-1. Life is 0 for 4. Love to see him get his first hit of the ball game before they get back to the top of the order. Lincoln Keenels might have himself a chance for a 6-hit day or go for the cycle as well with a 6-hit day, as the count is now 1-2. That one on the outside corner. And Life trying to extend the inning to Keenels. Well, you get 6 hits, have an opportunity for 6 hits in one game. Doesn't come around very often. Even the Major League level, we don't see that with 9-inning games, as that one's upstairs, and the count's now 2-2.
Yeah, Keenholz and Wiebe collectively 8 for 8 on the day. I mean, you can't do much better than that out of your top 2 guys in the order. And then you throw in Keenholz with a pair of doubles and a triple on the day. So they've certainly done their job as far as table setters at the top of the order.
Yeah, they've been on base every time but one, and that was a sac fly from Jaden Wiebe. That's going to be a walk for Elliott Life, and it will bring back up to the plate Lincoln Keenholz, who, again, has now his 3rd opportunity to hit for the cycle. In the first 2 opportunities, he's got a base hit and a double. He needs the home run. And now with the 11-run lead, I'd say all 3 swings should be trying to go for the fence. You're up by 11. I know, it doesn't mean that the game is already over, but when you're up by this much, I'd say go and swing for the fence. As a first pitch, and Keenholz will sky it out to center field. That's going to get the job done, and he's going to go a miserable 5 for 6 in the ball game now as he flies out to the center fielder Oswald to finish out the inning. 10 runs come to the plate, so they score 6 times, does Post State in the order. In the inning, the one man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Post State's 3 outs away from finishing this one out and heading to the state tournament. Listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Comtech in Pierre invites you to come out and check out their expansive showroom. It's filled with everything you need to thrive in today's technology-dependent world and a knowledgeable staff to guide you through. Comtech has TVs, computers, personal electronics to commercial electronics, anything to fit your technology needs. The experienced professionals at Comtech can guide you through any questions you may have. Whether you struggle with technology or live for it, Comtech can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Comtech will even install and service what they sell, so you don't have to worry once you get your products home. Comtech, located at 1601 North Lowell Avenue behind Walmart. Check them out online at comtechplus.com.
This summer, enjoy an ice-cold, fresh-squeezed lemonade and admire your well-earned farmer's tan before you hurl yourself across your neighbor's slip and slide and join First Dakota to bank some noise for summer sports. Roar at the crack of the bat, whistle for a clutch strikeout, and lose your mind over a walk-off home run. Let them hear you from the cheap seats. Bank some noise with us at First Dakota National Bank. Open a new account online today at firstdakota.com. Member FDIC.
As we welcome you back here to Hyde Stadium, bottom of the 7th, Aaron Booth will come in to pitch. He will be in Jack Merquan's spot in the batting order, which the other defensive changes are Lettler will be out in left field and Rasky will go back to right. And that will be the changes that we have for you from Aaron Booth now coming to the mound. And just needing 3 outs to finish this one and send Post State to the state tournament next week, Friday in Brandon. As we believe maybe actually have a pinch hitter. It is a pinch hitter for Yankton. As Tristan Redmond coming to the plate. First pitch is over for strike 1.
We'll give you McGuire Rasky's final pitching line on the day. He goes 4 innings, gave up just 1 hit, 1 run. It was an earned run, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts on the day. Rasky threw 68 pitches, 38 of them for strikes to the 16 batters that he faced. So really good outing for McGuire Rasky today. And like you said, John, if he can continue that kind of dominance, that's just a really big arm to add to the Post State bullpen going into the state tournament.
As the count is now 1-2 here to Redmond. That one will miss outside. The count's now 2-2. Aaron Booth, he is making his 8th appearance in the season, 8 2/3 innings so far, an ERA of 8.07 and a whip of 2.76. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That one's fouled back. And we'll do it again here at 2-2. Booth has given up 10 runs, 12 runs in total, 10 of them earned, 13 strikeouts to 7 walks so far in the season for Aaron Booth, who, again, we didn't think that he'd be able to pitch at all this summer. After leaving with an injury on May 1st, there's a swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt. And Aaron Booth will start his day like McGuire Rasky ended his day with a strikeout. And there's one down here in the bottom of the 7th, and Post State 2 outs away from clinching a spot in the state tournament. And would be, is that the 5th team that would qualify? Harrisburg Brookings playing right now, East and Aberdeen, and along with Weston Sturgis. That's the only other game going on right now is Weston Sturgis, along with Harrisburg and Brookings just starting, as the first pitch will miss for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Aaron Booth. There's a ground ball to the left side in the hole, and it's going to get through for a base hit. As Landon Lecker will have his first hit of the region round, although he did get a base hit. We had a double yesterday, but was not actually a hit because he got thrown out first, not touching the bag.
First official hit.
Yeah, first official hit.
Second time he's been on.
Second time we've seen him
base.
Yeah, second time we've actually seen him put the ball in play, but according to the scorebook, only 1 hit. Here's Cody Oswald, who is 0 for 2. That one's over for a strike. And Post State will join Renner, Watertown, Rapid City Post 22, Sioux Falls. East has not clinched yet, but and then Brandon Valley. So they'll join those teams as teams that have already clinched. As Greg, maybe you have a score update here for Weston Sturgis right now.
Yeah, still scoreless going into in the top of the sixth is Sioux Falls West and Sturgis. Harrisburg now has a 1-0 lead over Brookings in the bottom of the second. That was a 2 o'clock start in Harrisburg today between Harrisburg Post 45 and the Brookings Bandits.
Here's the 1-2 pitch now to Oswald. Upstairs and outside, and the count's now 2-2. So runner will. So Post State cannot be better than the 3 seed going in the state tournament because they'll rearrange the seeding and kind of line everybody up as the 2-2 pitch is going to be in the dirt. He took his swing and he did not go, and the count's now 3-2. But because Brandon Valley is already in, they qualify as they're the 2 seed. The runner of the 4 seed is already in, so it's just Sioux Falls East and West right now that would put Pierre at the number 5 seed. 3-2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And Oswald is down on strikes, and there's now 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 7th, and Post State an out away now from advancing the state tournament. Drew Reichen is the last hope right now for Yankton. He is 0 for 1 in the ball game. Walked, sacrifice bunt, and then he flew out to the center fielder. First pitch, there's a ground ball to Gordon. This should do it. Bounces off of his chest. Gordon still the throw to first is low. Benedine will pick it out, and Post State wins it 14-3 and are in to the state tournament next week Friday in Brandon. Post State wins it 14-3. In game number 2, they sweep Yankton and will be into the state tournament. We'll step aside for 2 minutes, come back and wrap it up from Pierre. Listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Do you need the Pierre Governor apparel for the big game? Or how about Stanley County apparel or Post State apparel? All Around Graphics in Pierre is your place to go. Not only can you get your apparel, but they also do screen printing, jerseys, awards, and trophies. And did you know they can print and customize your signs? All Around Graphics can do it all. Located at 819 North Euclid Avenue or call 224-4677. All Around Graphics in Pierre, your one-stop shop.
Agtegra in Highmore. We pride ourselves on providing our customers with reliable markets, superior services, and quality products. From corn and soybeans to spring and winter wheat, you can trust Agtegra in Highmore with all your grain handling needs. It's all about helping you achieve the best harvest possible. Call Agtegra of Highmore today at 605-846-1379. That's 605-846-1379.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heatolator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heatolator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heatolator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
As we welcome you back here to Hyatt Stadium, as it is a final, and Post State is in to the state tournament next week Friday, starting next week Friday in Brandon, as the Eights went 14-3 over Yankton and have clinched the spots for another year in a row for the Eights to be in the state tournament. They're going to be one of 4 teams that return to the state tournament. All 4 teams from last year's Final Four state tournament return back to Brandon for the state tournament next week Friday. 14 runs for Post State's, 15 hits in the ball game for the Eights. They left 11 men on base, but they put themselves in that good position they hit the ball really well all weekend, Greg.
Absolutely, and the Eights with a 10-0 victory yesterday, and then the 14-3 win today. 14 runs, 15 hits, just a very, very solid regional performance for the Eights, and they are headed to Brandon next weekend, and hard earned trip, but I tell you what, it's well deserved. This is a team that just played well, pretty much from about the fourth doubleheader of the season in. I mean, after they kind of started off a little slow coming out of the high school season, but really kind of turned it after. In the second game of that Watertown doubleheader back in early June, and from then on, then it was just Katie bar the door, and the Eights have played well, and so looking forward to next weekend. Very happy for Brian White and Nathan Nas and the rest of this Pierre Post 8 team.
As the Eights, they went 14-3, and they were 2-5 at the beginning part of this season. To open up the year, and things were maybe not looking so well for the Eights at that point, but they turned things around, like you said, Greg, in that second game of the doubleheader against Watertown, and end up at 24-17 to finish out the regular season, or to finish out now going into the state tournament, and the Eights are in a good spot too. Right now, if seeds hold up, they would play runner in the first round, which will be a tough draw, but when you get the state tournament, nothing's an easy draw all the way through, but the Eights will be glad to take on anybody in that first round of the state tournament, and looking forward to it next week Friday in Brandon. We'll have all post-state games on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. We'll have them the rest of the way, even if they get to themselves in the regional tournament in Sioux Falls in a couple of weeks as well. We'll still have that for you. But post-state into the state tournament, and that's where Coach White was talking about last year in the pandemic that shut everything down, and all we were going to have was a state tournament. We were going to be able to have a season, have a state tournament, and I asked him the question about not having the regional tournament, not having a World Series. That kind of put a damper on you and on a little bit of the season. He goes, the biggest goal at the beginning of the season is go and win a state championship. That's the top of what you want to be at the end of the year, and for Post 8, they get that opportunity again here. They get a chance to win that state championship. They last won in 2017. It had been a long time since they had won since then. But they have the opportunity. And Greg, you see the zeros on the board. Maybe one run scored for for Yankton in the outing for McGuire Rasky. A 0 for Aaron Booth. Those two pitchers can make things even more dangerous now for Post 8 going in the state tournament. Yeah, and that's the thing is that as you look and just try to set yourself up in a state tournament, as you try to strategize and try to position yourself, you're really looking for five solid starters, and I think the Eights really have that. I think they've got five very solid starters, but you're going to need a couple of bullpen arms, because even if you can get extended outings out of every one of your starters, at some point you're going to need good bullpen help, and I think the Eights have now been able to get a couple of these arms in place, and if McGuire Rasky and Aaron Booth can give you that and solidify that bullpen, which it certainly looks like they will be able to do. The Eights may go in as a mid-seed, but they could be a really tough team, and it would not surprise me if we see them make a deep run. But baseball's a funny game. You got to go put it on the field. But I tell you what, I'm excited for the opportunities that this team might have, because I think the pieces are all falling into place right now. And again, the Eights will play on Friday. That time and opponent is to be determined, and we'll know that probably by the end of the night. At least the opponent will know by the end of the night, and the time potentially we'll have the bracket released later tonight, if not tomorrow, to know when the Eights will play on Friday. And, of course, we'll have that game no matter what time it is. We'll have the game here on KCCR and be available to watch on YouTube at KCCR Sports. As the Eights win here, this ball game 14-3, 14 runs, 15 hits, no errors, 11 men left on base. It was 3 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors, and 5 men left on base for Yankton in the loss in the doubleheader, in the series sweep for Post State as they won both games over Yankton. They scored 2 runs, one in the first and one in the second, before it was a 2 RBI double to tie the game up at 2-2, and then a 4-run fourth, a 2-run fifth, and a 6-run seventh for the A's to extend the lead all the way up to 14-3, which was the final score, and the A's to win and advance to the state tournament next week Friday to begin the state tournament in Brandon. As that will wrap things up for us here this afternoon from Hyde Stadium as the A's are into the state tournament. We want to thank Spencer Kelly back at the station, Greg Dean to my right, John Winkler here as we will wrap it up from Hyde Stadium. A 14-3 win for Post State's over Yankton to win the series 2-0. They are on their way to Brandon next Friday to play in the state tournament. We'll have games on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Final score once again, Post State wins it 14-3 over Yankton as we say so long from Hyde Stadium.
Listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post State Baseball is brought to you by Evermore Boutique, Wagner Auto, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Service Master, Rising Hope Counseling, Todd's Electric, Pierre Sports Center, AirTech, Gales Gas, Avera, Bank West, B&B Equipment, Overhead Door Company, Gateway Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Farting Electric, Olson Plumbing, Agtegra, All Around Graphics, First Dakota National Bank, Comtech, Shane's Pharmacy, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Midwest Cooperative, South Dakota Weed and Pest, Nystrom Electric, Dakota Sprinkler, Lamb Motor, Kathy Sunshine Properties, Sioux Nation, Kruger Contracting, Home Care Services, and Fisher Rounds. Join us all season long for Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota.